Welcome to That's Absurd Podcast, your source for everything hip-hop, pop culture, sports, and more. Tune in, subscribe, enjoy.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to another episode of That's Absurd Podcast. I go by the name of Juno, a.k.a. Melvo.
It's your boy, Gene AP.
And this is your boy, Swerve, a.k.a. P. Diddy.
Swerve, you know you have the P spelled like urine, right?
That's intentional.
Yeah, that's my alter ego today, P. Diddy.
Urine Diddy?
Urine Diddy.
Okay.
Piss Diddy.
If that's how you get down, that's how you get down.
You ain't never give a golden shower?
Never gave, never gotten.
Have I?
I hope you haven't gotten.
You gave it?
What is giving? Does it count if you're in the shower?
Peeing on people.
Like that's like what you're thinking, Swerve, of what golden shower is. I've done that before. You're talking about peeing on someone while we're in the shower or something like that. I'm talking about
in the bed,
face down, like she's giving you oral, and you pee in her face and shit like that, on her chest and shit. That's what a real golden shower is. What you did, you peed on somebody's leg, nigga.
You got me.
So
you got me. That's it.
You got me.
He denied.
Because I'm not solid enough to be peeing on a whole damn comforter inside of a bedroom.
Well, you could do it in the shower.
Who's gonna clean it up?
You could do it in the shower. You never got sloppy toppy in the shower?
You're talking about like straight into the mouth.
Yeah.
Like filling up a bowl, like filling up a cup.
Yeah. You could do that in the shower.
I don't know who's accepting that.
It's because you're not single no more. But if you're single and you found a thought that would accept that, you definitely do it.
Wives don't do golden showers?
No, it's like, why would you want to give your wife a golden shower?
Why would you want to give your wife anal?
I don't want to give my wife anal.
See, you ain't a real nigga. I be wanting to give my wife anal.
Why do you want anal is the first question.
I want to put my penis in every hole that she has. If I could put it in her ears, I probably would. I don't know if that's technically a physical possibility, but
you can try. You can put it on top of the ear. Pause.
Fucking blood pressure medicine got me pissing every fucking 10 minutes, though.
P. Diddy.
Why don't you just take care of yourself a little better so you don't have to be on blood pressure medication? Because it's what is it called?
That's the plan. But until you get to not needing it, you got to take it every day.
What is that shit called? What's the category of medication, blood pressure medication is? A diuretic?
Yeah, it's a diuretic. It makes you pee, get the salt out body. So, that's the plan. You're going to try to go hard again. Try to do my 6 miles a day like I did last year.
If that's why that nigga can't give nobody a golden shower. Nigga, golden showers probably have them bitches thinking they in the fucking beach.
They the beach guy.
Salty ass urine.
No, man. But y'all, it's been 2 weeks. Y'all going to give a roundup where we've been?
Has it been 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks because in that time span, I've been in New York. You've been on a cruise. Juno even went on a cruise in that time span. I don't think. Yeah.
We didn't talk after you went on your cruise, Juno?
Or are we back from
that?
Yeah,
I went on my cruise in January, bro.
Yeah, we talked after Juno's cruise.
Okay, all right, so that if you're gonna ask, Nate, just ask the fucking question, bro. Don't spill everything that we did and ask us. What the fuck is wrong with this? You don't know how to podcast, nigga?
You did. I said the same thing. I said I just got back from New York, Swerve on a cruise, Juno on a cruise.
Yeah, you wrapping up everybody's story. Like what the fuck?
Details.
That's just
intros.
That's not an intro, nigga.
That's the intro to the story. Yeah. Now we got to dive in.
Yeah.
All right, let me do it properly, fellas. What have you guys been up to in the past 2 weeks since we've been gone, man?
All right, I'll kick.
Go ahead, Nate.
I went to New York for a couple of days. Pretty dope. Saw snow for the first time in my life.
Hey.
You at this big age, bro?
No, but that's crazy because Nate be traveling. He still hasn't seen snow.
At this big age, bro.
That it's cold.
Yeah, and I went to New York probably maybe 3 years in a row, and every year I went, those 3 years it didn't snow that year, or it didn't snow around the time I went. And then but this year, it was fucking chilled as fuck, snowing, and yeah, you get over that snow shit quick, boy. You're not mesmerized by it when
you didn't have a snowball fight.
No. You better grab it. And that wind out there, New York is brutal, man. It's one of those things that if you have to go a lot to New York to really be able to get the full. I want to say get the full advantage out of it, because there's really between having if you take an Uber everywhere, if you don't know the transit system, there's not a lot of time to do as much as you want to do.
So I would have to do more if you're taking the transit system.
Yeah, if you like Juno was when you lived there for a year. So after you got used to it, I'm sure every night you probably was able to go and dip out. You know how to do. Once you know your way around, it's smooth. But if you're coming as a tourist or as a guest, there's really not a lot of time, because a lot of traffic between time and money is going to definitely hit you in the head, because you're paying 10x the amount Ubering places that you'll be paying, and I mean literally 10x. Like you're traveling for what might cost you $2 on an Uber. I mean, what costs you $2 via transit costs you $22 or $25 via Uber or what's the name. Sometimes $40, $60 if you're going via Uber if you don't know the system. But if you
don't know how to move, just say that, bro.
There's no knowing how to move. I'm not trying to learn. I'm just trying to take the Uber. I definitely don't want to do anything about the transit system. But New York really do got motherfuckers by the balls. You really ain't got no choice to, because if you don't know how to move, yeah, they're gonna crack you over the head. One way or the other.
That's why you be seeing civilized people sitting next to these crazies on the train station, because everybody has to use this train station.
Yeah, there's really no way around
subway.
It. Because you use a fucking Uber or a taxi cab, and it takes like 20 minutes to go up fucking 4 miles, bro. It don't even make no fucking sense.
That's why it costs so much, because you're paying most of the ride is the time.
Yep, and that's what Uber or a taxi. That's what I'm talking about. Really the fastest way to go around is which they don't have up there. If you go to Uber via motorcycle or some shit, they don't have that. They have delivery that way, but you know what I'm saying, or if you want to do a Segway or a bike, but you even got to know how to ride a bike New York style. I don't even think a regular motherfucker that ride a bike could just ride a bike in New York. You might fuck around and get killed.
No, different. As long as you stay in the bike lane, you're fine.
What? Come on. No one's following the rules. You saying as long as you saying like our drivers just staying in the driver's lane?
I be seeing clips of people jumping in the bike lane all the time. People walking their dogs.
Yeah, New York, you really got to be.
Hey, all the issues you're talking about, I didn't have none of those issues since day one in New York.
You sure?
Positive, nigga, because I know how to move.
You probably shook it off.
I'm a nigga that know how to move.
New Yorker out in here.
Yeah, you became a whole New York. You forgot about it. You probably forgot how it was like when you first got there. It's different, because you got to be a very.
And then I brought a car up like 6 months in. Nigga, I know how to move. Nigga sliding through Brooklyn, nigga.
Well, that's Brooklyn on top of it. I was in Manhattan, so the traffic's even fucking worse. Brooklyn's fucking bad too, though. Bro, I remember it took me like 30 minutes to go. Even that's when the original spots when I was in, not this go around, but last time I was in Brooklyn, probably took like 30 minutes to go up, maybe 3 miles.
Y'all didn't get on the fucking birds and just ride the bird, or you had the kids with you?
That was no, we didn't have the kids. It just me and the missus.
Okay, y'all both supposed to get a bird and just slide, nigga.
We're only there for 2 days. That's what I'm saying. Each time you go back, you're gonna learn I plan on going back. Because in New York it was last minute, so sometimes they be having crazy deals on the tickets. So I was like, I'm gonna keep it on my thing. I'll probably go to New York a couple more times this year, and I'm almost make it like a regular. Once I get used to it, once I get to how to move around, then there's plenty of shit to do. Definitely, tons of shit to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Get me a ticket. I'll show you and your wife how to move through New York, B.
So it was.
Yeah, not moving right.
But the one thing I was shocked about was the fucking I thought the Chicago for a minute there, I thought Chicago might have New York beat with that downtown with the skyscrapers, but when you get that at Manhattan, yeah, it's not even close.
You're probably the only person that ever thought that in there in existence.
Well, Chicago's went super clean. That ride, they even filmed Batman there. That shit looks crazy. You've been to Chicago. That their downtown definitely probably looks better. It's definitely cleaner. But that New York,
you're talking about just like the skyline?
Yeah, just up between the skyline, a bunch of buildings. But then Manhattan, though, there's just buildings on top of buildings, especially when we went on the New World Trade Center. We went to the other, I forgot this other thing, but you're basically 100 stories up, and there's nothing but other buildings that high, and you're seeing the whole city. There's like I can't even. You can't even count by hand how many of those are. It's not even like it's a rarity. I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers were building up for a long time. The shit is crazy, but the architecture was fucking beautiful though. That New World Trade Center, the New World One building.
That's like they daring them terrorists. Like, nigga, we made this shit. This is World Trade Center 2.0.
But that's how we look at it from Florida. There's really like 100 other buildings like that. That just happened to be the World Trade Center. There's really
the
like
World Trade
100.
Center was it the tallest at the time? I don't think it was the tallest at the time.
I'm not sure. But either way, there's 100 other super tall buildings. That's why you think I'll never go in that one, bro. They probably just picked that one just because of the symbolism. But there's 100 other fucking buildings that
they
tall.
Picked the World Trade Center because that's like the center of business.
Bro, those churches that fucking big. That's what was crazy. But it was beautiful architecture. You know, that's the one part I give it proud. Especially with the new one though, like the fucking mall is like 4 stories underground, another 4 stories up. Then there's the other remaining 70, 80 stories on top of that is just, you know, office space, and the very, very top is like stuff for tourists. It's crazy. And you be inside there, you'll be in one part of you go down, you go inside the World Trade Center, the new building, and then you could just pop up on one in the building, end up another, and be 2 blocks away, all underground, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's kind of dope about New York. They really could make the whole city underground.
Why would I want to be underground? That don't even sound safe.
You won't even notice it. That's what's so raw about it.
It's probably safer, bro.
It's probably
the safest place to be.
Me being underground is safer than being above ground.
Yeah, bro, it is.
It's such heavy bedrock. It's no what's name. Bro, you don't even notice that you're underground. It's well lit. You know what I'm saying? It's not your regular. This is not subway shit. And even on top of that, they have little corridors where you could hop on and get on the subway if you needed to go to regular, traditional, grimy looking up underground. This one,
but you can't see. But there's no sunlight though.
It's well lit, and you would not even notice that there's sunlight. It's like when you look, there's windows up, and you're like, oh damn! That's when you realize that you're below ground level. If they have some corridors and they might have opened up the way they designed the shit, it's beautiful though. That shit is real nice. I gotta give them proud. They put their foot in that right there.
You took any drugs during this trip?
You know, just the regular. Popped took some gummies. You know, copped some while I was up there. There's a weed pizza shop up there I wanted to hit, but I didn't get a chance to. I definitely got on mine.
Why didn't you go? Why weren't you able to go?
Pizza? Who got the best pizza?
Well, I mean, New York for sure. Chicago pizza's trash. So you're just eating bread and sauce.
I don't know. I like that deep dish pizza. I'm not a pizza
bad.
connoisseur.
You gotta see how they do it. I don't know if maybe the way we get deep dish here.
Maybe it's different.
It's different than you're tasting nothing but sauce.
That
and
Pizza
bread.
Hut deep dish.
Yeah, those are knockoffs. Those aren't the real deal. Those are the real deal. Exactly. The Chicago.
So the real deal is worse than what I actually like.
Probably. Yeah. It's just sauce and bread.
So why weren't you able to go to the weed pizza shop?
I ran out of time, you know, and then after that, I was
going to. They don't
move,
bro.
They don't know how to move.
They don't know how to move.
They ain't maneuvering right.
They do deliver, but it wasn't going to.
Swear, when a nigga tell you he ran out of time in New York, remember New York is open 24/7.
That's true. That is very true.
24/7. New York is never closed, bro.
That's classic. That is true. But you know, when you're not familiar with the area, you know, stuff like that. But
nigga don't know how to move.
It was still dope. Like I said, I plan on attending a couple of times. Here's the thing: each time I ask my homeboy that's from there, like I ask Jersey, how to get, hey, what's around? He'll start telling me, oh yeah, this is the spot. Hop on this plane. I'm like, ain't nobody about to do all that, man. Hop on this train, get off this stop. They're like, nobody's about to do all
that's just too much.
It's too much.
It's not really, bro. I got lost because your phone will fucking tell you all that shit.
That's what I found out. They said that your phone's already synced to the system already. It'll show you how to get around through the buses and everything.
So I just say where I want to go. It'll tell me what stops
your
to get
maps.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, even through your maps, it's already synced. I'm like, okay, so they done really got to put the city together.
Okay.
So they came a long way. So
I'm supposed to head to New York in I think April.
I still feel like people that live in New York might be like Orlando in a sense. Like a lot of folks that live in New York probably don't really get to experience New York. You know what I'm saying? They're busy working. It's almost like they're the cast to keep New York, keep the lights on.
Yeah.
It's us that's visiting that get to really experience New York and taking the architecture and make it a thing. They don't even have time to even admire it. They just
But they've
You call it
already done it
an
once, and they're like,
experience. You call
I
it
don't
it's
think
an
so.
experience to you. To them, that's just everyday life.
It's just regular. It's not even.
Yeah.
That's how you think of Orlando. It's
But
just
you've
like
done
people
everything there is to do in Orlando, and you're still like,
Nah, I love Orlando. Most people that are in Orlando don't do most things that are in Orlando. Just like Florida.
Well, here in Tampa, I've done most things, the general things you do when you're in Tampa. I'm like, I'll do them again when other people come to town.
I mean,
But for me to do it continuously after I've already experienced it, I don't. Whatever.
There's lots of shit to even do in Tampa. If you do St. Pete's enough, it just depends. If you willing to go out and about, there's definitely. I like areas that there's all shit to do. Orlando got plenty of shit to do. Tampa's one, but yeah, New York definitely gonna have shit to do if you know how to move around this spot. And then the fact that they have a weed's legal up there makes it even better. The thing I do not like though is that the motherfuckers cutthroat though. You go to 100 stores and then none of them got a bathroom for you. Only major chains have bathrooms, And you know when you cold as shit, dog, you piss in the fucking a mile a minute.
When you cold as shit on blood pressure medications, life is terrible in New York.
I didn't take it then, nigga. I ain't want to have to be out there. I didn't stop it even more. This is just from pissing just because it's cold. Imagine if I was on the blood. I was so diuretic then. I would get nothing done. So it was dope though. I like New York. I definitely plan on visiting again.
What about you, Swerve? What you been up to, bro?
Me, I just came from our friend Keith and LaKella. They had a wedding, got married on a cruise ship, Carnival Cruise, this past weekend. So we went on that cruise, attended. It was a great time. They're like, they've been together for like 30 years. I'm hearing they went to prom with each other. They went to like school together, like as young kids. They've known each other for their whole lives.
That nigga just putting a ring on it.
Just putting a ring.
Niggas is savage out here, bro.
I'm talking about 10-year plan. This guy's a 30-year planner.
Take your time, Jit.
Take your time. She ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be right there when you ready.
Nothing beats a sure thing. He knows for sure he's good. Now he's taking his time. So he just not got engaged after. You said how long they've been together?
They've known each other for like 30 years. I don't know how long they've been together, but I do know they went to prom together.
What's their oldest kid?
They don't have any kids together.
Okay.
They have kids like in their 1920s.
So they just knew each other, and they're like probably high school sweethearts that went their separate ways and got back together.
Mm-hmm. But they've been dating on and off as long as I've been in Tampa. And they were at our wedding when we had our cruise wedding. Yeah, so it was a good time. Your wife was on the cruise we was on.
I know.
Yeah, I was watching their ass, making sure they wasn't.
Oh yeah, Juno, you and I that weekend. Well, yeah, you didn't know what's saying.
Nah, my dog had Juno at home on babysitting duty.
It's called parenting.
Got him.
It's called parenting. It's not called babysitting.
How convenient.
I never call it babysitting. It's my child. You can't babysit your own kids.
You can. I always used to say that. Guys used to say you can't be like, how? It just means you're on baby duty that night. You have your kids that night.
You're watching the kid because
that's not called babysitting.
Yeah, you're babysitting.
That's called rearing your children.
That's what she told you it was called.
That's what I established.
How was it the 2 days with you and little man by himself? You didn't still bring the nanny over, did you?
I dropped him off at the nanny on Friday.
For what reason?
Because that's what I normally do. It ain't gonna change.
Dude, keep him on schedule.
I thought you meant like Friday night.
No, Friday. But speaking of me being home with the kid, bro, I done damn near flooded the house.
How?
All right, so there's bidets. How you say it?
The bidet?
Mm-hmm. Bidet. There's bidets at every toilet. So I'm teaching this jit how to pee, right? Of course, he don't pee in his urinal. He wants to flush the big toilet. He goes flush the toilet. He has to walk by the bidet. And then when he's coming back, you know how when you flush the toilet, the bidet doesn't spray out no water? Mm-hmm. So I have him flush the toilet. Then he's walking back. I guess he rubs against the bidet and it turns it on. But it's just been flushed, so it's not throwing out any water or anything like that. and we go to sleep. In the morning. I wake up. I go to the bathroom.
It's been spraying the whole night.
Shit's been spraying the whole night.
God damn.
But good thing the cover was on it, so it was just like leaking from the sides. But nonetheless, that shit flooded everywhere, bro. So now we probably got to get the baseboards replaced because that soaked up some of the water.
How far? Oh, which bathroom was this?
The half bath. The one out in the front.
By the garage.
Yeah.
So did it go into like the living room?
No, but we have what's the shit called? Vinyl planks, whatever the floor is.
Panels with vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl planks or whatever the shit is on the floor. But so the water stayed on top of there, and then all the little cracks that it could go through, that shit went through, and it's like under the whole floor. It goes under the whole shit.
So are you hearing the swishing when you step on it?
At first, yeah, but it started drying up. At first, like I step in the family room where the TV's at, and there's fucking water under those shits.
Damn, so that shit was running.
So that shit was running all night. But the big flood part didn't even leave the bathroom. It just went under the fucking planks and just spread it throughout the whole damn house. I go into my walk-in closet in my room.
And you can feel the water?
There's water fucking there. I'm like, God damn. I was like, we done flooded the whole fucking house, bro. That shit was crazy.
Depending on what you want to do, I mean, if you want to get on some new floors, you could do an insurance claim.
We're gonna let it dry and see what damage is really happening, and then if we have to do insurance, we'll probably do it. Get the whole shit.
And then you get the whole shit gutted out, the whole floors, baseboards, and all that. Because if it's a mold issue, they'll have to tear everything anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened Friday night. Saturday, I did road cleanup. I took him with me. 2-mile walk road cleanup. Jit was hauling ass. He was a trooper that day.
What do you do?
You walked the whole 2 miles?
Yeah.
What does road cleanup consist of?
You know, like the prisoners you see wearing the orange vest, cleaning the trash on the side of the road.
And you're just doing that with the fraternity and
with the kid.
And Kai
just to show him what life could be like.
Kai ain't doing shit. Kai picking up leaves and putting it in the bag, bro. I'm like, bro, this is not what we out here for.
He's doing more than most. So, keeping the area clean.
And then after the road cleanup, we went to JD's son's basketball game. It's like 3 to 4 year old basketball games. Them kids just running around.
How old you said? 3 or 4?
The age group was 3 and 4.
Oh no.
They just running back and forth on the court.
Yeah.
And of course, my son's big, and they're asking me.
He's on the team?
Huh?
He's on the team?
No, he doesn't play. He's not old enough. They're asking me, am I gonna have him play? And I'm like, he's 21 months. I'm like, he's 21 months. He can't play with these kids. He's not old enough. But he's the same height as them and shit like that. So they're thinking he's like their age. But I'm like, nah, this jit 21 months. I just got a monster on my hand.
Yeah, for now. You gotta hope that growth spurt actually comes when he's about 19 years old. If he gets another growth spurt, you might have a baller on your hands.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see how tall he end up. But he's gonna at least be 6 foot. He ain't gonna be one of these little niggas.
What is it in us, black people, that we're so in love with the game, that the game is in us so bad that we want to transfer it over to our kids? And even no matter how much money you make right now, if somebody said they'd give you 12 more inches, pause, and give you the ability to play basketball, hoop like Michael Jordan, you'd be like, fuck it. It don't matter if I'm making $100 million a year doing this lawyering or doctoring. I'm about to go hoop.
12 inches of height is crazy, nigga. You know that literally puts us as the tallest person in the NBA. At least for us, because we're
I'm talking about like a regular person,
above.
like a regular person like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart has dreams of playing hoop. He actually plays basketball. He's actually good at basketball.
12 inches ain't gonna make it.
But if you gave Kevin Hart 12 inches, he would be.
It's only a foot.
He's gonna be 6 foot.
Yeah.
How tall is he now? He's like 5'4".
He's like 5 something. So he'll probably be 6'6", which is
6'6",
which is like
and then I said 6'6", and then
which is like a point guard, small guard.
Okay, then he can play basketball. I guarantee he'd give it up. He'd give up this comedy shit right now, just to be on an NBA team, making money, playing ball for a living.
He would probably make more money if he's good though.
Yeah, he would probably make more money doing comedy.
No, he wouldn't. You must not know how much these niggas is getting paid.
New players are getting stupid checks.
You talking about like the best player?
Kevin Hart's outpaid. Yeah, Kevin Hart's probably outpaced him. Kevin Hart's the top 1% of comedians though. But yeah, but the average baller is beating the average comedian though, or even the top comedian.
Kevin is the top one of the top comedians, and he would give this shit up right now to play ball.
He's not outpacing the top NBA player.
Oh no. Maybe it might be Kevin's be clearing, man. But Kevin got to work. You know what I'm saying?
He'd probably give it up to be the 15th guy on the bench.
It's a different. You're getting paid to play basketball.
I look at kids different who don't play ball, who never even attempt to play ball.
How so?
So how you look at Nate?
I played ball. I played down track. I played basketball.
He attempted.
I didn't attempt. I played, and
you attempted.
I played basketball. I played football.
You were there. You ain't play.
Yeah, because if you telling me them Reebok Classics you was wearing during football practice was
practice. We went to one practice. They didn't have cleats yet. I don't get the point of. Well, that just goes to show you it wasn't a good football team because there was no such thing as tryouts and Laker Fire. Anyone who tried,
and you still didn't make it.
You made the team.
Well, let me clear something up real quick that I just heard.
You didn't want to buy the equipment because it was
no. Let me defend Lake Worth High because this nigga said it was the first day of practice. They didn't have cleats. They don't provide cleats to you.
I didn't buy cleats. That's what I'm saying.
You said they didn't have cleats. Didn't you hear him say they didn't have cleats?
I went to practice. I wasn't aware that you needed to have. I thought you was gonna get that. You saying it's practice. We're gonna get these along the line. So that was it. I just come out there with some regular sneakers. It wasn't that big of a deal.
After you made the team, they get your own cleats.
They don't provide cleats for you.
You still got.
Yeah, they provide cleats for you. You don't know. You didn't play ball.
Who did?
We had team cleats. We had Nike cleats that every player on the team had.
Yeah, that's the poor people. The poor kids got those.
Everybody got those. You didn't have to wear them.
I was in a different tax bracket, nigga. Nigga show up with the fly shit.
I guess
you wearing the team cliques.
They didn't give you the team. You was never on the team.
I played high school football.
For what school?
Lake Worth High.
I don't remember this one.
I only played my freshman years because nigga, Plies, Jeezy came out, nigga, in the streets got the best of me.
Nigga talking about freshman football. That's that shit that everybody get in.
Yeah, but not everybody gets to play. Nigga, I'm a full year starter from game 1 to game 7.
This nigga talking about a starter for freshmen.
You played your whole season.
I was starting the whole season, Swerve. Okay. The only reason I didn't continue is because I just told you, nigga, the streets got the best of me.
I remember you playing freshman football. You wasn't bad. I don't remember you being trash, but I don't remember you being great neither.
You might have been trash.
Now, Nate, I remember you being trash.
These are lies. Because I remember I had a pretty decent tryout because they made you do. You know how you do the sack when you tackle each other, and I ran over Neville clean. But
this nigga said where you do the sack. Nigga, you don't even know what the fuck you talking about, bro.
You sack. You run blitz. You know what I'm saying? When you run the
that's not called a sack, bro. What is this nigga
just throwing out random football? You know when they make you do the touchdown.
You know when they make you run with the rock. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, they're doing tackling drills, and I ran Buddy over, dog. He got me the second go round though. First round he underestimated. He ran him clean through the second round, but outside of that, and then I remember motherfucker stole my chain
out of the locker room.
Yeah, out the fucking locker room.
Gold chain or silver chain?
That was a gold chain. That was a gold bracelet.
Damn, niggas used to wear silver for real back in the day. That shit's crazy. I said niggas used to rock silver chains.
You used to wear silver.
I said that shit was crazy.
It was you. It was niggas.
Yeah, I'm niggas.
Oh, you niggas.
But it was acceptable. You know what I think it was? Why it was acceptable is because Fabulous and 50 Cent and all these other rappers out here with these platinum chains, nobody's checking these niggas to see if these are silver chains.
Oh, well, we knew back then that anyone nigga that wasn't a rapper with they have silver chains. We knew.
We knew they were silver chains?
Yeah, yeah. You thought for a second you were fooling us?
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about us, but the rappers though, they are fooling us because some of them niggas got silver chains.
Maybe the rappers. That's when platinum was a thing. Niggas don't really be wearing platinum anymore, but back then they were trying to do the whole platinum chain and all that stuff.
I had a whole Jesus piece. I had a cross. I even had a dragon at one point.
Nate used to wear dragon shirts in high school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There was nothing wrong with dragon shirts. Niggas wear dragon shirts now. Niggas go to Comic-Con. There's shit that Nate did early that the culture is just now cool with themselves doing. Niggas is just now being cool with anime and cosplay.
Which representatives of the culture are cool with anime right now?
Plenty. Go online. Motherfuckers, black folks. Plenty of black folks are cosplaying.
The representatives.
Name the representatives.
Name the representatives of the culture.
And
popular rappers, basketball players, entertainers.
There's plenty of them. There's references about anime all in through it. There's motherfuckers that watch
name
Marvel.
one, bro. We don't want to hear about references.
In what sense? What do you mean?
Name a person. That's what Swerve is asking you to do.
Or a popular musician or a popular rapper who's at the forefront of anime.
Man, there's athletes all day long. I don't know. I can't name anyone specifically because it's so big. But there's athletes with fucking tattoos of Luffy, of Goku, of all this anime thing is a massive and huge, especially.
Okay, I just thought of one right when you said it. I just thought of one.
There's so
I just thought of one, and that's Izzy.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that we talking about from MMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, him. But he's not the only one. This shit is not new. It's very big culture. This was shit back in the days. Because what happened is niggas back in the days, there was some niggas that didn't have no cable, so they don't know nothing about that. And there was some niggas that would rather go out and play on those Saturday mornings. There's some of us that are like, nigga, we appreciate this little 3-hour block that Fox give us. Then we'll go out and play. You know what I'm saying? When some of these X-Men came on, some of these WB Sundays, or Dragon Ball Z hurrying up after school to catch the Super Saiyan.
Everybody did that stuff, Nate.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So people, it wasn't
niggas wasn't wearing shirts with dragons on it and fire and shit on it.
Niggas wasn't in.
Niggas is still not doing that.
Yeah, I could be into Superman, but you ain't never gonna catch me wearing no Superman draws.
Now niggas might get that Superman tattoo. Shaq got one. Niggas were getting the what's that? I had a Superman pendant once.
Nigga, don't say that shit with your chest out like that shit was cool, nigga.
I'm a comic. I grew up on that. I'm big on comics, and there's nothing wrong. And now that it's more a bit of the culture, it's good to see y'all motherfuckers come back around after y'all sat here and love Marvel.
I'm not there. So
I sat there and love.
This is one of those things I'm going to be proud to say forever.
You're there.
I'm not one of them anime.
Every last Avenger.
Is that anime? If Avengers is anime, then I'm anime.
No, what I mean, you caught.
It's not anime. Nate's just throwing shit.
I'm not anime.
Nate just throwing shit out of his ass claws just to try to make it.
That's a Superman.
Yeah, if Superman, if any of those superheroes are anime, then I'm anime. Is Batman anime?
No, you're not watching it. Swerve, you're not watching it in anime form.
I'm not.
Exactly. So Nate's just throwing out this shit to try to make himself try to justify the bullshit he was wearing in high school.
Y'all niggas went from watching cartoons that I like, that they were so good and immersive that they said, let's make a live action version of it. You guys went from watching grade A dramas to going to watch people make believe with powers. And y'all saying I'm weird.
You talking about grade A dramas. We've been watching.
They're remaking shit from my childhood for people like me. You guys that never had part of your childhood are not going out as adults and watching this. That's making y'all weird.
This guy's talking about like I didn't. This guy's talking about something like I don't know who Superman and Batman is and all these. I don't know. Get out of here. Get out of here, Nate. Nate, get out of here. Get out of here. I went from watching dramas. What dramas I was watching?
Listen, they rolled out the new the new Goodfellas for you, or the new
I never even seen the first Goodfellas.
Listen, those are the shit.
You're talking to a guy who's never seen Godfather.
I'm just saying those are the stuff they made for y'all. But for people like us, they gave us the X-Men first. We seen the transition. We had the slow first.
Nate, just to let you know, everybody watched this shit when they were kids.
Yeah,
we're just telling you we wasn't walking around with dragons and fire on our shirts in high school.
I watched X-Men.
I was just a bit more cultured. That's all. I was ahead of my time.
A little bit more eccentric. That's all.
Eccentric. Yeah, I was a little bit more. I was ahead of my time. That's all.
Just say that, bro. Don't try to justify the bullshit.
Nate was one of them niggas. You know when when JanSport was you had to have a JanSport backpack. When everybody's just getting plain black JanSport backpack with the brown bottoms, Nate got to get something extra. Nate walking around with Powerpuff, Dragon Ball,
not true.
Barney, all this extra shit.
There was one year when everyone had backpacks. I switched it up. I had the gym bag. That shit was popping. Then niggas started doing gym bags. And
so you try to say you started the trend, huh?
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna say I didn't start it. I'm not saying I did. I'm not gonna say I didn't start it. I would say that. That's all I would say. I wasn't gonna say I didn't start it. But you've seen trends come and go. Is there any trend that you've seen came? You're like, I think I'm gonna let this one ride. I'm not gonna ride this wave. Like I passed up on the rock and roll wave, the rock star wave.
Oh, me and Juno was in there.
Yeah,
you tried. Don't lie, because I got pictures of you two. Stop it. Stop it. I got pictures of you, Nate.
You don't have not one picture of me.
Oh, yes, I do. That was
the baggy era. I was very anti going.
It was baggy. You tried to mix it up. Don't try.
Never.
You tried to mix it up. I know you did.
Nate, you know why you didn't try it?
Tight Ed Hardy shirt, baggy jeans.
You know why you didn't try it, Nate?
I got a picture of you.
What's that?
Your physique was already blown up out of proportion.
I was skinny as shit. What are you talking about?
You wasn't gonna be able to rock.
This was college.
Yeah, Nate was still skinny at this time.
Nate was skinny in college?
Yes.
He was starting to. He wasn't bony, but he was still skinny.
I was skinny in college. What's his name? That's what I'm telling you.
You didn't have
because I got a picture of him when we was at not LA Fitness.
Listen, you remember the first album coming? Motherfuckers was talking about that's not you. That motherfucker's too big because the artwork made me look like I was too big from the artwork. That's how skinny I was.
Nate, you just didn't have the swag.
And if I show you
to put on certain clothes
of the cover back then, it's just fucking crazy. They're saying that was too big to be back then. It's crazy, but I'm getting back to that. There wasn't no swagger thing. There's some trends you might decide, nah, this ain't for me. This ain't. I'm gonna skip this one. You don't look at anything back like, damn, now what the fuck was I thinking?
Nigga was rocking. Nigga was fly, nigga.
Maybe there's some trends that you're gonna look back at, like, you know what I'm saying? Think of our parents. They saw the bell bottoms. And they look like, y'all motherfuckers look crazy. So there's some trends, like you think of the 4X shirts, the white tees that when that became. I was never super 4X tee.
Yeah, not the tall tees.
Yeah, when that
I wore some big tees, not down to my knees.
Yeah, I never did the tall tee shit.
There's some trends that you be like, nah, I'm not gonna hop on this one.
I never wore no Jabot jeans. I never even owned a pair of Jabot jeans.
I had Jabot jeans.
I know you did.
That was the thing now. See? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Was there any trends that you see came along?
But you know what? I did have, what was the white, the Jinko jeans? The white kids in Lantana Middle, they had the baggy, like the goth jeans.
Okay.
And I had a pair of shorts like that. Wide ass leg jeans. Juno looking at me like he never even heard of this. Yeah, you probably
have it, nigga.
Yeah, you don't know.
But you are against Jabot jeans. I'm trying to make it make sense.
This is a different time though. I was wearing those Jinko jeans when I was younger. By the time when Jabot jeans came out, I was not wearing Jabot jeans. At that time, I was probably wearing like Fat Farm and Nietzsche and G Unit.
You know, Nietzsche is really NYC.
Yeah.
It's just y'all Florida niggas call it a Nietzsche.
I wonder if that's the actual name. Is that what we called it?
I don't know.
The whole time it was called NYC.
I know it's NYC. I know it's NYC.
I've
heard both references.
The brand maker calls it NYC.
Oh, no, we really fucked that up. Okay. That's really thrown. That we really was calling it.
I don't know. That brand maker, he needs to listen to what Florida niggas saying because we got something for him.
Yeah, because
you fucking it up, Nietzsche, NYC. That's gay.
I heard NYC. I thought that's what they
meant. Nietzsche, that's some fly shit. A nigga got that Nietzsche on. Shit, you can't tell him nothing.
Classic.
That's like Urban Gucci.
What's crazy is all those stuff are coming back now. My daughter be having going to getting shits online, buying and you can get them at thrift stores. These Jabot jeans, these Rockefeller, all this shit that we had growing up. If you didn't throw them shits out, them shits cost money now.
Oh, I still got a Rockefeller jacket.
Yeah, you can throw that shit up on Etsy. You can get some good money for it. Thinking if you got some pairs.
I used to rock a lot of rocker wear.
If you got,
I don't think I have any of that shit.
Yeah. Now looking back, you should never throw out clothes. Store it and save it. That shit will come back. It comes back around again. You don't have to wear it, but you can sell it.
It got to be the cool stuff though, Nate.
No matter what brand.
Like if you kept all your clothes, Nate.
It was a name brand.
Nate, if you kept all your clothes.
Maybe them dragon shirts didn't come back around.
Dragon shirts not gonna come back around. Because them dragon shirts, them the dragon shirts you was getting from the flea market.
Yeah, they were name brand. They were the
flea market under the bridge at Lake Worth High School.
No, not that one. Yeah, you size nigga. I'm talking about at least Lake Worth flea market. I'm talking about Southside, not with the clothes of it. It's not. Those were hilarious. But
shout out to that nigga Jupus Tukey, bro.
Fucking hilarious. He kept wearing it years out the
Jupus still on that shit today. Till this day.
Yeah.
That nigga still on that shit. You can't tell him nothing.
Because sometimes you're an individual and life could squeeze it out of you. Motherfuckers will make fun of you or you trying to fit in. But there's a thin line of individuality and knowing how to fit in.
And not breaking. Not conforming.
Yeah, not conforming, but you got to at least know how to fit in for your own good. You know what I'm saying? Just to at least get peers, get a circle. You don't want to always be the odd man out. Not at every occasion. You know, niggas like Drukas, they're too eccentric for their own good, so they're always going to seem weird.
But I feel like Jupas has a decent amount of friends.
He does. He has his own. He has his own community of friends that enjoy that.
We just happen to be his friends. We weren't really in his community, but he just. I think we just met each other at a time in our lives where anybody could be a friend.
Yeah. So yeah, he still hang out with that group of folks that enjoy that type of stuff. There's a whole population of people that does that.
Yeah, we didn't see it back then. There's plenty of suburban black kids that are like that. There's tons of them now.
That nigga's not a suburban black kid.
I don't know what Drukas was, though.
I'm telling you that. I know
that nigga grew up on Southside Lake Worth just like us.
Yeah, that nigga's not a suburban kid.
I didn't even know that. Okay, but even though you can grow up in the hood and not be a product of your hood, you can just happen to be in the wrong area. But they perfectly fits in. There's others like him. He just happened. There's niggas that was in the hood but never got into the hood shit. They always been straight arrow and good, and that just was them. You know what I'm saying?
But to go the complete opposite way is just kind of weird.
It happens.
Kind of strange. Yeah, it happens.
Sometimes. Think of like Jetman. Jetman's always been straight laced and good, not getting no trouble. He ain't trying to hit none of that. So
that's not the same.
People like that.
That's just saying that he's a good kid. That he's a good.
Or think of Bill Nye. That was another one. That was always eccentric, got to do his own thing, crack jokes. Woodley, solid dude. His name. You know what I'm saying? So you have him.
Yeah, the people you're naming compared to Jupus is completely different.
Jupus not much of an
Jupus
extreme.
is like
Bill Nye was up there, bro.
He wasn't.
Bill Nye was out here fucking playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I can't think of a single black person.
Yeah, but you didn't see
that was actually playing the official card game. Like you had to do math and shit. Motherfuckers was not playing Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
Was he wearing Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirts?
He might have. He might have had
I don't think so.
He might have had a Yu-Gi-Oh or two.
No
cups. He might have had a Yu-Gi-Oh.
He wasn't that deep into it.
A screen tee. Maybe not the dragon shirt, but he might have had a Yu-Gi-Oh dragon. He was big on Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon and show Dungeons and Dragons. You know what level of nerdage you got to be in the Dungeons and Dragons?
It's a different level when you start advertising it to people, though. That's the kind of shit you got to hide. You got to keep that shit secret.
Keep it on the tuck.
You got to keep
when
that on
you turn
the
that shit into a whole lifestyle, it's different, mate.
Yeah,
wilding, right? When you bring that shit out the shirt, be like, hey, you got to keep that on low, my boy.
Yeah, nigga walk around with dragons on their pants. We don't need to know what you do on your spare time.
Classic.
All right, fellas. I guess we're gonna start this week off with some controversy. Who's the king of R&B? In your opinion, I'm gonna start off with Nate because I know Swerve's answer.
Go ahead, Nate. Who's the king of R&B?
R&B, you talking about outside of R. Kelly or currently?
Nigga, the king of R&B in your mind, it don't matter. The king, when you say R&B, who is the king?
Who's the king?
I have it in tiers, so I'm gonna go R. Kelly. But if that's not gonna stick, then I'll go Chris Brown. And if not that, then I'll go Usher. Those are the three revolving
in that order.
You can't really lose.
In that order.
R. Kelly is not safe to say anymore, so he's almost disqualified because even if he wants to, motherfuckers put an asterisk, so they're gonna act like he don't exist.
Okay, so let's say he.
We're talking about your list. I don't give a fuck about what society thinks. I'm asking Nate.
My list would be R.
OG.
Kelly.
I'm asking OG Nate P. Yeah. When you think of R&B, who is the king?
It'd be R. Kelly.
Okay, so that's your answer.
That would go first.
Stop beating around the business. Stop being a pussy.
I would go
pussy.
R. Kelly, Usher.
And just say your answer, bro.
Yeah, R. Kelly, Usher, and Chris Brown. That
in that
1,
order.
2, 3, in that order.
All right, what about you, Swerve?
I'm gonna say the same thing. R. Kelly.
You putting R. Kelly at number 1?
R. Kelly, R. Kelly's better than Usher.
He's the king.
The fucking writing is next level. The writing
next level.
For other people in the
vocals next level.
So then I'd say Usher, then Chris Brown. And the only reason I say Usher is because he has a longer career than Chris Brown.
And the only reason he has a longer career is because that nigga R. Kelly got put down.
That's because he's older.
He's older too. He's no fucking.
Who, R. Usher. Usher's older than R. Kelly?
No, we're talking about Chris Brown.
Oh no, I was talking about R. Kelly.
No,
because R. Kelly has never not been hot.
Yeah,
he stopped making music because the block got hot. But
yeah, exactly.
But that was just perfect timing for R. Kelly, for someone like Usher to step in, and now people can say that he is the king of R&B because.
Well, Usher did what most people used to do. They get super hot, then they might take a couple years off, enjoy the money, go tour, then come back and get hot again. R. Kelly would just stayed, kept his foot on his neck all those years. When shit switched over, he started doing hip hop. When switched back over, he started doing R&B again. He never let up. Sometimes when you win too long, this is what happens. You do get a tragic fallback, though. You motherfuckers tired of seeing you winning.
Yeah, it comes for everybody.
Yeah, at some point. How about you? Do you know who you say?
I got one answer. I'm not with this three people bullshit y'all on. I got one answer. R. Kelly is the king of R&B, hands down, no questions asked.
But when you say he's hands down the king of R&B, there's a debate that if people don't even want to listen to him, how is he the king of the genre that we love? People who love the genre of R&B will say, I don't want to listen to this R. Kelly right now.
They can say that. They can say that, but they're not being honest with themselves. When you objectively look at R&B, there's no other answer other than R. Kelly being the best R&B performer, producer at all.
You right. When it comes to R&B,
there's no question about it. Like, we might want to say, okay, we can't listen to him. We can't put him in a conversation. He did this. He did that. I'm just looking at the music and the production and producing R&B. R. Kelly's the number one.
R&B is music for the soul. And some people would say, how can you live with yourself knowing that the music you're listening to for your soul, to feed your soul, is being performed by a pedophile or an abuser or a sex trafficker or whatever this person might be?
We do that shit in everything else. Usually the greats are fucked up in some type of way.
They're blessed in one area, fucked up in another.
We may not know about their vices,
but once you do know,
but once we find out about it,
then who are you?
Usually most people overlook it, but R. Kelly, no one's overlooking that shit because the nigga was wilding. But nonetheless,
yeah. But for you not to overlook it, what does that make you?
Makes me a R&B listener. I just listen to R&B. I don't give a fuck what a nigga doing on his spare time. Unfortunately, but R. Kelly, hands down, is the best, is the king of R&B. No questions asked in my mind, in my opinion.
This only came up when I guess you remember Usher was on that Club Shay Shay a couple weeks. Yeah, he was on Club Shay Shay before his Super Bowl performance.
Okay. Did they ask him?
They didn't ask him. I don't know if they asked. I don't remember if he asked him if he was a king of R&B, but Shannon was like listing off all his hits, and I'm listening to all these hits that he's singles that are hits, and I'm like, man, this guy got hits for days. And the R&B verses, there's really only one person that could beat him.
R. Kelly. If someone could beat him, you're not. If there's someone we could point at and say that person could beat you in the R&B verses, you're not the king.
Can possibly beat you.
Ain't no possibility. Ain't no possible.
Yeah, it's possible because art. It depends on how they want to do it. Because verses. Verses. It's not really about. It's a show. It's a.
We understand that. We understand that. But guess what?
The one that shows it.
Guess what R. Kelly can do to Usher that Usher can't do to R. Kelly? Pause.
What? I Believe I Can Fly. One song.
R. Kelly could start performing music he wrote for Usher.
Yeah,
I don't like this whole verses thing when we start bringing in writing credits. Like, are we going by the songs that you performed or songs that you wrote for someone else that performed it?
It's all inclusive, my nigga.
We need to start breaking it down to songs that this person performed. I don't care if you wrote it.
Listen,
if you didn't perform it, then it's not your song.
Okay, you might have heard it from Usher, right? But R. Kelly wrote it. R. Kelly probably performed that shit better than Usher can.
On whose album is it on though?
It don't matter who album on. You saying performance. I'm telling you, R. Kelly wrote it, and I guarantee you R. Kelly can perform it better than Usher can.
It depends on what song you're talking about right now. I don't know what song
whichever ones he wrote.
Nah.
I think R. Kelly wrote Usher's first hit.
My Way?
My Way. Who wrote My Way? Was it Jermaine Dupri or R. Kelly?
I'm going to lean towards Jermaine Dupri, but we're going to look it up.
I'm not sure, but
because I know my wife and myself and Swerve wife and himself or himself. Did we argue about this going to brunch?
Yeah.
I thought y'all both picked Usher.
No, I was saying.
Yeah, it's Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri wrote it. What was I saying?
I think you were saying Usher, and then you had to come to you had a come to myself moment. It was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm tripping. That nigga R. Kelly better than Usher.
I started looking through the catalog and listening to the voice really, because really the voice, Usher's voice is really, besides when he does that like that high falsetto, his voice is just normal. It's just a regular nice voice.
Just a regular.
He's not doing nothing that Drake can't do most of the times.
Chill the hell out. Drake is
now Chris Brown. Chris Brown's voice.
Yeah, that's blasphemy.
Brown's voice.
That's blasphemy.
Nah, y'all didn't sleep on Drizzy.
Drake might be regular, and on his best day, he'd probably do just the smidget of what R. Kelly.
Listen to My Way. She likes it my way.
Yeah,
he ain't doing nothing crazy with his voice that Drake couldn't do.
Yeah, sometimes some tracks you lay it out regular.
A lot of his tracks he laid them down regular. That's what I'm telling you. He's not doing nothing that Drake can't do, but Drake can't do nothing that Chris Brown can do. Vocally, Chris Brown, I feel, is probably at a higher level than Usher. But that's just me.
I would say Chris Brown can sing better than Usher.
It's hard to see because when them high notes, when Usher hit those high notes, you know what I'm saying? That's a secret weapon.
That's a secret weapon. That's his only weapon.
Well, let's not say he got dance moves.
He's not a better dancer than Chris Brown.
Not at all.
Not at all.
He's not a better
Chris
actor.
Brown.
He's not a better actor. He's not a better basketball player. He's not a better singer.
He's not a better actor.
He's not a better actor.
What movies do we know Chris Brown for killing and acting at?
Killing and acting, we don't know them for
Stump
him
the
killing
yard.
in any acting, but for sure we know Usher has not killed in any acting.
We know,
ever had.
but we know Chris Brown can act.
Yeah, Usher act too. Usher played in horror movies.
They both have acted. None of them are great actors, but Chris Brown has had more roles than Usher for sure.
But it's usually in dance movies, though.
So why they not giving Usher dance movies in? Why Usher not in all these dance movies since he's such a great dancer?
He probably don't look like the young kid anymore. You know, that's the thing.
He ain't get him out. He's been doing it since he was 14. He's been doing it just as they started at the same age.
Yeah, but it was a different era. Chris Brown was playing. You know, Chris Brown's still playing high school and college kids. Ain't nobody about to buy Usher still a college and high school kid anymore.
He missed his chance. He didn't do it when it was his turn.
He didn't have the capabilities.
Yeah, that too.
So we across the board, we're all going with R. Kelly.
Not a clean R. Kelly. I want to say R. Kelly, but it's not as easy as you're making it, because Usher got hits.
It is.
It's not that easy.
When we think about it, if we really think if there was no pedophile shit in R. Kelly's past, this would not even be a conversation.
It would be a conversation, because I don't think you're thinking about all of Usher's hits. Maybe I need to tell you a couple of Usher's hits. List them through for you.
How do we get in this deep dive of Usher and Western?
Because niggas sleeping on Usher. I'm still going R. Kelly. I'm just telling you it's not that easy as you think it's gonna be.
It is.
Because if I told you who do you think could challenge R. Kelly in a versus, the first name you would say is Usher. You wouldn't think of nobody else.
I wouldn't consider it a challenge, though. That's why, it's not a challenge to me. If I already know who's gonna win, how is it a challenge?
It's a challenge because you never know.
But that's what I'm telling you. I do know.
You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. When you put greats on top of each other like that, pause. You never know. That's like saying who would win one-on-one, Jordan or LeBron. We don't know.
It's not that close, bro. I don't think it's that close. Nate, how you think it's that close, Nate?
I think it would be close. I don't think it's gonna be a blowaway because Usher's fucking phenomenal, bro. You're really. I mean, Chris.
I'm not saying Usher's a pushover, but against R. Kelly, he is.
I think Usher probably has one of the greatest R&B albums of all time. With Confessions. Yes.
Yeah, but for one Confessions, R. Kelly got like 2 or 3 of those.
Which one? Don't say 12 play, because people say 12 play, and I'm gonna erase that one out because it's not. TP2 is good.
TP2
I don't think it's
phenomenal.
That's probably one of my favorites. That's the one with I wish.
Yeah, TP2 is fucking.
Nigga, all of R. Kelly's fucking albums are Usher's Confession, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
No.
And people fuck with 12 play. One, I'm talking about TP2, and then not to mention Chocolate Factory fucking with.
Bro, I'm telling you, Usher got Confessions.
Yeah,
R. Kelly got about 6 confessions, nigga.
You remind me.
Easy.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew. I see her face whenever I think of you. Nice and slow.
R. Kelly got trapped in the closet.
Yeah, he do have that whole damn
that
series.
That was a fucking series. That was the recommend. R. Kelly was
it's
bro. Yeah, when it comes the pensmanship of R. Kelly,
next level.
Nobody's competing with him, bro.
For a guy that was illiterate at that, it's crazy.
Yeah, he fucked himself up.
What's crazy is I think I saw a line like they were saying like his bodyguard or his thing was saying that R. Kelly told him that these videos are gonna be the death of him, but it's gonna be the end of him, but he can't stop himself. So it's one of those things though. You let your kinks get the best of you.
Yeah, man, them vices is something different.
Yeah, man, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta just leave. I saw a girl online said that. Sometimes you gotta leave that shit in your head. Don't ever act on it because these. She was saying it to other girls because you out here trying to entertain these high value men, and now you gotta lick his asshole every night to get him off. You should fucking laughing. Hey, cause she was talking about the old Diddy and all these motherfuckers right now.
My wife's been saying for the longest time, like why has Young Miami been so quiet during this whole Diddy thing?
He's a billionaire.
But now it just recently came out. What's this dude's name? Rodney.
Are we gonna get into that?
Rodney Jones.
Yeah, why not?
Rodney Jones, Lil Rod, or whatever his name is. What's his name?
Yeah, he filed a lawsuit against Diddy.
That's a crazy segue. Nate call Lil Rod right when you go into sexual assault about of Diddy. That's crazy.
Right.
It sucks to see Diddy go out this way, man. And
you think he's going out though?
Yeah, he's
not really going out. When you're a billionaire, you're not really going out. You're not really.
Epstein went out.
Epstein went out because he had videos of other powerful people. So he didn't really go out. As we can see, Epstein never got sentenced to jail. Epstein got convicted in Palm Beach, and they allowed him to go and leave and just move to New York.
Who's the other dude? Weinstein. I'm thinking about Weinstein.
Okay, Weinstein went out, but that's so that motherfucker got 20 years of taking down, raping and doing all sorts of shit. Of people that those people that he did dirt to, they also became powerful, and they all turned on him. So that's different. So
Diddy's gonna be a black Weinstein.
I don't think so.
It seems like there's too much. They're gonna put a RICO case on his ass right now.
There's plenty, but these people that he's going against are small fries. Cassie was the main one, and he settled that shit quick. Everyone else is just hearsay, and even this new one with Lil Rod, I gotta give this shit the biggest side eye ever, dog. Because this motherfucker talking about he's been sexually assaulted by.
They forced him to go inside of a bathroom and take cocaine. This sounds like shit that niggas do. That he was just there. This is just what we do.
He's talking about he went into the bathroom. Young Miami's cousin, a girl, just went in there, barged in there, started doming him up. He pushed her off and went outside. She came outside, came back on him, straddled him, and started riding him in front of everyone. They're like, how the fuck are you a guy getting raped?
Yeah.
Make it make sense. And you're not tied down. They ain't pop your blue chew. Motherfucker, come on. You had you wanted the check. You went a little bit different. You did wild out. Now after the fact.
So this is what he's complaining about?
Tied down.
Yeah.
Yes.
But by the definition of rape, even though we're saying as guys,
as a guy, I have to give it these are not
a big side eye. Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way, can't no one force you to do that. That's just the woman.
But someone who reads the letter of the law would look at this and say, this guy got raped.
And that's just Young Miami's girl. That's the girl. Now he's saying other stuff like plenty of times that Diddy and them try to play with his anus. How the fuck can another grown man play with your anus and you still work with him throughout the weekend? What the fuck are you talking about? You're a man at the end of the day. You don't just let me just shut up and take it for the check. If that's what you did, then you shut up and took it. That to me is so fucking throw.
This is the room that Cat Williams was talking about. When you go into this room and niggas try you like this is the room that he was talking about.
But what I'm saying is they know who to try. Oh, what the fuck did I do? Am I on?
Yeah.
I did some shit. My screen's gone back. I can't see y'all, but all right. Remind me.
You can't see us?
There you go. It's good. I press something on the screen. But yeah, some of these to me, this is just the dude was going for a money grab. I don't know if Puff did him dirty. Puff do a lot of motherfuckers dirty. It's just the way he does business. He does business like his white counterparts. I don't hold them to any. I don't hold them to any worse than I hold these white guys. He's a mogul, a conglomerate that plays the game how the game was taught to him, and he plays it the same way.
Okay, so I didn't really look into this Rodney Jones thing. So he's not saying that. Okay, so he is saying that there was anal play that was forced upon him. Is that what he's claiming?
He's saying, I think that's part of it. He's also saying that he's naming other people too. He's saying he named Stevie J, Young Miami. He's saying that the young son Justin is recruiting younger women.
Yeah.
When you say younger women, is that like underage or like
underage is what the word they use.
Say there's no truth to this. This is like over a year ago. This is so much shit that like it's like he's throwing everything, and then he put photos in there. Like you don't need to file pictures with a lawsuit. You get to introduce those as evidence. So all this seems like a major money grab, salacious. He showed like a blurred out picture of a guy in the bed. And luckily, motherfuckers clout chase so much. That guy came out. He's a black porn star. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, that's wild. That was me on the bed. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party. And what? That doesn't make this nigga's story any fucking more valid.
Yeah, he tried to say it was Stevie J.
All right, let's go to the Young Miami and her cousin thing. So what is the assault he's claiming from the Young Miami and her cousin?
Her cousin being a female slurped him up in the bathroom, and he didn't want. He pushed her away. She followed him outside, got him and straddled him, and started fucking him in front of everybody. How does that happen to a man?
Yeah, but that's rape.
And then he said after a while he took her off from. How do you even do it?
So after he nutted,
See,
he
we
took
don't
her
understand.
off.
We don't understand the definitions.
It doesn't make any sense. How does it work? Was he under the influence?
Was he under the influence?
Because
he's saying he didn't want. It was unwanted.
But these things happen in multiple occasions. The anal play, the cousin doing things. Him saying Diddy say that he took down other celebrities. Mess with. This is where the Meek Mill rumor comes from. Like he didn't mention it. Like it was another. He said he messed with another guy who used to date Nicki Minaj, who's from Philly. Didn't mention the name, but of course, the internet detective saying it's Meek Mill. So
who was it that said that? Because I saw the thing about Meek Mill.
That's the guy in the report. He was saying
Rod agent was saying that he messed with the guy from Philly. From Rod.
Yeah, he was saying that Diddy was telling him that he slept with other guys, knocked down other guys. One being one of these rappers from New York.
That used to date Nicki.
Yeah. So
who else?
So why is that in the lawsuit?
Exactly. Motherfuckers just name dropping.
Yeah, name dropping.
Why is people that Diddy?
It makes sense. It makes sense because the hotter you make this shit, the more salacious, the more tabloids, the more quicker he's gonna settle to get this shit the fuck up out of here. Because you've never seen a lawsuit with photos, bro. The motherfucker was dropping photos. This shit was thrown.
He ain't dropping no photos of Meek Mill though.
No crazy photos, but just little photos like we're supposed to solve the case. We ain't the one that the judge. We shouldn't even be seeing this shit. You was like, it would be lovely if the judge seen this and say, yeah, all this shit is not admissible. Or throw this whole shot because you out here jump. It don't make any sense. When the motherfuckers file a lawsuit and they put all the photos in there. If anything, that's hurting your own self. You might want to hey, you filed a lawsuit, let them know at discovery, I got these. Don't let this get to the public. We going to say. Now, if that was your best ones, motherfuckers like, I ain't about to settle for shit. This guy's
who knows if those are the best ones? His best one's going to be the one that actually of Meek's face.
I don't know. His best one's gonna be if he got actual photo of his anus being fondled. I'm gonna believe him then. I'm gonna believe him.
That's what you want to see.
That's what I need to see.
I need to see that.
To believe him. I'm gonna need to see.
What an ass play! You gotta say what an ass play video at, nigga.
Your anus.
Yeah, with a fake finger. I was like, we hear that. Take that. Probably like, yeah. It's true.
Yeah, that's him. Bro. You got your honor. You hear that? You take that. That's him. That's him.
So, Diddy didn't have this problem, so he tried suing $1 billion liquor company, and this is par for the course. That's not saying Diddy's not guilty, but when you go against powerful people, you got to make sure that your jacket's clean because they're gonna pull all the skeletons out. You're going against a corporation; they're going against one man. It's easier to tear down a one man than it is a corporation. And Diddy's been Mr. Teflon Don for the years for no issue. You're talking about. Motherfuckers suspect him of murder charges, shit like that. You niggas shake that. His own partner shot someone in the club for him. He didn't get no time. He out here just shit. Diddy's just the guy this is the one black guy that he throws an event, all white party, and all society's coming out there. A-listers, white, black, and they're all coming on code, or else you're not coming in. And he really stands by that.
Because they know what's about to go down and they don't want to miss it.
Whatever reason, but this is usually Anna Nicole Winters, usually the socialites, the white folks have that type of power. Diddy's the only black guy that has that power. And as you can see now, all of a sudden, now that's what you're saying. And for every Diddy, there's probably 10 white guys doing worse.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you got who you think you think Diddy get this behavior from? You know what I'm saying?
It's not even that he gets it from. It's just that the amount of power that he has. Once you get to that, I think it don't matter what race you are.
Power, but I'm saying is you still groomed for that position because you don't come in at that position. You come in as an intern and then you go under somebody. So it's
the money changed them.
But it's a culture, and especially in hip hop, that whole all this shit that Diddy's doing. That's why they say it's hip hop. That's what people say.
You think it's a hip hop culture or is it just a wealthy culture?
It's both, but in hip hop, it's very pervasive. It's very.
So you think broke niggas in hip hop is doing shit like this too?
No,
broke niggas ain't. But the hip hop is very predatory. So niggas will sign a girl just to smash her. Niggas won't put out a girl if he smash her if she's fucking with someone else. There's a lot of
it's different, nigga. We talking about homosexuality and
So imagine a gay guy. What power he's gonna do? If straight guys doing that with women, what do you think a guy that likes men gonna do? He still likes men, whether or not
I don't think that he liked the men and then he became this powerful. I think the money made him start doing weird shit, and that involves doing the men.
Sure. But what I'm saying is he probably has his peers that do the same shit, casting couches. He learned it. They pushed the bar. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, they trying to chase that high. And next thing you know, now he apparently, from what we're seeing, he's like a voyeur. It ain't like he's doing shit. He likes to see his girl get her. You know, he's like a cuck. He likes to see his girl get her back blown out. He likes to watch jack off in the corner. He likes his porn in 3D. Ain't much wrong with that. Ain't too much wrong with that if we giving it a buck. While we watching porn like weirdos on a flat screen, this motherfucker's bringing it in person in real life.
No, it's the way. I don't want to be rich no more, bro.
It's the way that you get these people.
You don't say he don't even want to be rich no more.
That's what comes with it.
If this is what comes with it, I gotta like fondle niggas' asses and shit. That's crazy.
Someone said there's a certain threshold which you get, and then you get where they're like, let me get just to that point, and then I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Right below it.
And just right below. I don't need to cross that line. So, you know, but, you know, Diddy's already amassed his wealth. He sold his businesses out there. So I don't think he's going to be as far. I don't think he's going to jail. None of this shit is criminal. These are just lawsuits, insulation. He might, you know, once you're a billionaire, he's just going to, yeah, we forget the reason we see Diddy all these years. We wasn't supposed to see Diddy all these years. Diddy's been getting the bag.
How you sue me for somebody else giving you a blowjob?
Exactly. Make it make sense. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy, bro.
Talking about he feels like he sent her after them, like that's his employee.
He's saying Young Miami is like what Giselle was to Epstein.
Which I can see. You can find a young Miami bitch, and you put some money in her pocket. Mm-hmm. She gonna recruit them for you.
She gonna go get the hoes for you.
Go get the hoes for you.
The hoes just happen to actually be niggas. That is crazy.
He likes both. My dog likes the party. So.
They start playing like old clips of like Young Miami interviews where she's talking with Trina when she's talking about something she likes getting peed on.
Yeah, all that shit. Man, they're roasting Meek all day long, though. You just
Meek responded back though. He said he started. People were saying that they was roasting him all day because they said he was defending himself too strong against this homosexual accusations.
Come on,
you're supposed to defend that shit with your life, nigga.
They said that nigga going too hard right now to me.
These niggas don't know what they want. When he didn't say nothing, they're roasting him. I'm talking about Twitter was on him. They've been on this nigga all day, bro. This shit was crazy. And then now he starts saying, nah, you know, my album's about to drop. You know, motherfuckers trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to sideline me. Academics say, no, academics like, ain't nobody worried about your ass, nigga. Don't be out here pressing me, talking about yelling at me, telling me stop playing with your ass. They're like, you need to address this guy. He named you in the lawsuit, nigga. Not me. I'm just reporting on it. But you know, academics strung his extra sauce on there. You know, for some reason, academics went extra hard on Diddy. Pause. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing, and maybe it only seems like he's going hard because everyone else fell back. They didn't really pile on when he started. But academics is one of those that seem like he's not afraid of he's not afraid of the power structure, as he said. He has no problem reporting on Jay-Z or Diddy or anyone else like that. And you know, that's one of the issues with hip hop is it's almost like the presidency in a sense. Like there is like a little underclass. There's a certain power structure, certain people you really can't say nothing bad about. Like we all agreed upon that these are goats and they're off limits, so you can't really talk about them when they shouldn't be that way.
I remember they said you remember when speaking of academics, he called like Lil Wayne's daughter a bitch, like bitches like this always be on this. It was like that's Lil Wayne's daughter. You can't talk to her in that manner. You can't refer to her as a bitch. I'm like, well, since when we can't call bitches because they somebody's daughter?
So they be making up crazy rules. Yeah, he like that's what he calls. He likes to call women. Why the fuck I look like changing my grammar for this person? He didn't mean him that her per se. That's how he speaks.
Right. So the shit is crazy. This whole hip hop royalty bullshit. Like you can't say, nigga. We call. That's just lingo. It's not like you're calling the person a bitch as in the derogatory. You're just saying bitches like these women over here. Like we say where the bitches at. We don't mean it negative. We like where the hoes at.
Yep.
But I guess you can't say that when you're referring to hip hop royalty. I guess.
Bitches.
Yeah. I don't know who made niggas hip hop royalty. Yeah, nigga, you know how to rap. We can't talk to you about you no more.
Yeah, hip hop royalty. You top 10, top 5. You hip hop royalty.
You know, that's how I went. And then at some point, it used to be like hip hop royalty. Some people are off limit, no matter what they did. It used to be certain group. Then we started shaking the nest. We went after R. Kelly. Then motherfuckers try to go after Nas for Khalees claiming that he hit her when they were married, but she didn't. She also mentioned that she used to hit him too. I'm like, but motherfuckers, you know, they try like chill the fuck out. So it's always a watcher. You know what I'm saying? Shit kind of crazy. Then you know what I'm saying? Any whole speculation, you already know that shit just dies. No whole rumor even makes it past anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They just shoot that shit down. Your boy Dame Dash could be snitching on Hov $1 million a minute. Ain't nobody trying to hear none of this shit he's saying. He could be speaking absolute truth. Ain't nobody gonna fuck what they said because it's Hov. So it's one of those things.
You know, your boy Dame been in the news lately. They made it. I guess a judge ordered him to like sell his shares of Rockefeller. I think he owned like 30% of Rockefeller still, or 33% because it was him, Big and Jay.
Yep.
And a judge ordered him to sell his shares, which
how does that
I don't know how you can make a nigga sell something you don't want to sell.
Well, what happened is he was part of a movie production or some shit, and he got incoherent or got at with the person, and whatever it is, the person sued him. He lost the judgment, didn't want to pay, you know, shit like that.
So he owes money.
He owes money. So they said, all right, since you owe money, you do have an actual asset out here. You're not forced to liquidate said asset and pay the person with it. And what happened is Jay-Z had offered to buy that same thing from his portion of Reasonable Doubt the year before for $2 million. You're like, man, that's disrespectful. Nigga might as well spit in my face. So, you know, he didn't want to sell it to me. So I was trying to find a way to sell it via Bitcoin. You know, you could sell your portion. You can tokenize anything nowadays and sell his portion that way and get more money, sell a percentage that way. And I think Hov was trying to sue him to stop that from happening. But now that he's being forced to liquidate, this is what happened. That's why you can't be beefing with fucking billionaires, bro. The judge probably write up Hov's homeboy.
Okay, but the thing was, the judge
when you
forced
with billionaires. There's any fucking do not get in. Anything's possible. These motherfuckers could literally ruin your life.
But you have to know how to play the game, though. So the judge forces Dame to sell his shares of Rockefeller. Dame has to sell it, but you can sell it to whoever you want.
Yeah, but that's the issue. Dame wanted at a different rate. Now if the judge is saying liquidating, you have X amount to liquidate. Now you don't get it's kind of like selling it in cash. You're not going to get what you want for it. Hov he already felt Hov lowballed him. Now just think how much Hov's going to be able to lowball him. Now that he has to sell
No, he has to sell it, but he don't have to sell it to Hov.
They don't have to be, but now he's got to sell it for
listen, guess who he sold it to?
Who?
Cameron and Mace.
That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. That's his homeboys.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's smart. Then he kept it in the house that way, you know, and hope that
exactly.
But nonetheless, he had to sell it. You know what I'm saying? And it looks crazy. He should have just sold it to Hov though. If you're gonna get the same check, what do you mean that's his homeboys?
For what?
Nah, for spite. This is what we do.
Yeah, I don't fuck with you, nigga. I can sell it to somebody else.
Make me sell my shit. I'm gonna sell it to my homeboys.
I don't know if I'm not even saying Hov did that, but as a billionaire, anything's fucking possible. Right? So you know what I'm saying? So and Dame. Here's the thing. Even when Dame's speaking the truth, Dame be fucking doing dumb shit so much that it don't be making any sense sometimes. Like he just had a file to change his child support because the year before he didn't earn any money. It was like negative 8,000 or something like that, and which is no issue. I don't mind any niggas structuring his shit around so he could get break free from child support, but you know, but there's just some shit that looks crazy. You know what I'm saying? When you're not falling behind or some shit, there's some people they're making so much money it's hard to even hide it. And he's all saying he doesn't have the money. He always put his money back out there to work for him. If you have any money, you know, making sense. But you got judgments. You're not paying your judgments. You're not getting. You know what I'm saying? You're not now getting case on. He should be looking funny in the light. And he likes to say he's the best CEO because he made his clients billionaires. He makes all his clients bigger than him. He made two of his clients billionaires, which is Kanye and Jay. But what good does that do for you?
Yeah.
And does it really count if you didn't make them billionaires because the stuff you did for them is not what turned them into billionaires. What turned Kanye into a billionaire was fashion.
But it's a segue. It's not fashion.
I get it. You put him out in the limelight. You put him out in the limelight, cool. But his music, you put him in the limelight with music. He didn't make a billion off of music.
Yeah,
he made a billion off of fashion. That's already in that nigga. Pause.
That's true.
So you didn't contribute to Kanye's fashion, or it don't appear that you contributed to that part of his career.
Yeah, he just wants credit for being the one to put them on.
You get credit for that, but like you didn't turn that nigga into a billionaire. How a non-billionaire turn another nigga into a billionaire?
Here's the thing, man. Had Dame not been playing the super villain all along, which he played it on behalf of Rockefeller. He used to curse out motherfuckers that try to do him dirty, what's name, but you gotta check yourself sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He should have never won against Hove. And when anything's a trilateral, anytime there's a power dynamic. If it's just two, it's you and your homeboy, then there's nothing you can do about it. It's just two. It just goes both ways. But if it's a trilateral, that means at the very least, I got to try to win one other person over. You can't just be my own man. And this guy's the star already. The Hove is a star. That's a given. This other nigga's a silent partner. He's quiet, just wasn't. And you're out here just causing a ruckus. At the end of the day, once you made Hove the star, he could always leave. And the silent partner don't give a fuck anyways. He's silent. He's just there for the money anyways. So why would he just sit there and be loyal with you and have beef with Hove, go to jail and come back out and think that he's just going to be mad at Hove because Hove signed someone at extra? He's about his business. Hove say, I got a job for you. Like, yeah, I'm coming right back on. I'm get this fucking money. Well, why would I not? It's not because you signed a snitch. I'm not messing with all that shit Dame was talking about. Like, Dame would have been already back in the Rockefeller fold had he just kept his mouth shut and stopped with the salation of Hove. He's literally probably the only person that talks shit about Hove that was part of that network that people believe on. And he keeps saying, oh, he don't want to talk about it, or he talk about it. You could say you don't want to talk about it as one, but saying now, as the years gone by, he now speaks on it more and more. And it's nothing kind, this, that, and the third. And it gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even if he is true, it's going to take a while before he's vindicated to prove that he's true, because you're going against a guy that's a conglomerate, dog. This motherfucker, he's doing that while Kaepernick was kneeling. Hove just said, I think we're past kneeling. Kaepernick still on the
was
floor.
like, all right.
Oh, yeah. People just
Hove
like,
said we done with this shit, y'all. We good.
Yeah. Cap was still on his knees. I was like, yo, we off that. Simple as that. And, you know, so he's been giving us some of the bomb Super Bowls since. So once you're ingrained in that level, sometimes there's power and niggas don't like it. Some niggas like to go against the power. Niggas don't like that some people could rise up with the power. The power takes them in. You know, Dame likes to pretend like he's beefing with the power as well, but he's still not big enough. Hove is now a structure. He's part of the power structure. Now when Meek goes to jail and gets railroaded, a judge who does what the fuck she want for the longest running this nigga's life was him. Hove could go out there and do a campaign and get this nigga out and get him on Super Bowl. That was probably the biggest rollout in music industry history, bro. This nigga left the fucking prison via helicopter.
Yeah, that was some movie star shit.
Got his probate. Come on, man. This is just his management company. It's not his fucking label. There's a fucking the way this guy turns shit around. Then they're doing justice reform, all sorts of. He's became, you know what I'm saying, whether you like him or not, he's became that powerful. When you're that big and your white folks want to be around you, and they're willing to do favors for you and put you in, hey, I got a great new deal. As a matter of fact, you want to come on, I'll give you 50%. Money just falls in your lap at that level. You know what I'm saying? So he's that powerful in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why. It really don't make no sense to me how Dame out here saying any other shit. I'm like, I don't want to be music anymore. He probably want to do movies, all this other shit, but it don't make his easiest route would be right there with his Hove, and he would have been right back on track again. But it's a sad state of affairs.
Let me see. Have you guys been keeping up with the Fanni Willis shit?
Because I'm always getting her mixed up with one of the other judges. She's the Georgia one, right?
She's the DA, the district attorney in Georgia, I believe.
That's the lady who's put the charges against Trump.
Right, she's the one that brought the federal case against Trump for the stealing the election. If you guys haven't caught up with that shit, nigga, that shit is spicy, nigga.
It is. The fact that
so the person she hired to run the whole shit was some nigga that was blowing her back out. Mm-hmm. You're not allowed to do that.
But she's saying it has nothing to do with it. That's her defense. You know what I'm saying?
That's her defense, but she's also denying when he started blowing her back out.
Yeah, she's blowing somebody. She gave them the case, but she's like, I gave the black guy. She assigned there's 4 different cases. She assigned a black guy, a black lady, I think a white guy, and maybe she covered all her sons.
She's fucking all
of them are qualified. No, only one. She's like, that'd be crazy, right? It's like everyone is qualified for their positions, and I gave the best person for the job. That was it. Whatever me and this guy do had nothing to do with each other. I never get nothing from this guy. This guy doesn't spend money on me. I can do everything for myself. She's very independent. And this guy says he don't need nothing from women. Like, the only thing a woman could do for me is make me a sandwich. She was out there running shit from the stand, though. You know what I'm saying? They really thought it was going to make her look bad. She had no problem. She held her own.
She looked crazy, nigga.
It only looks crazy because you don't see witnesses that defensive. That's one. But they didn't hit her no real crazy gotcha moments.
Nigga, they got her so much times, in my opinion. Bro, they was making her look... They just made everything that she said look like it was a lie. And like,
I know at the end they made it look like a lie because they end up going back and getting cell phone reports and showing that the guy had visited her like 48 times prior before that in 6 months. So that nigga Ben was blowing her back out for a minute. It looks kind of wild and that of it, but the two don't have nothing to do with each other. What does that mean? Have to do? I'm putting you on the job to go.
You not allowed to give a nigga that's playing with your butthole, bro. You're not allowed to give that nigga a job.
But they're trying to make it seem like she has a personal bias against Trump, and so she put her boyfriend on him to get Trump out of it. She's like, no, I'm following. Trump broke the law. I'm following the letter of law. I'm hiring people to go. What's the name from? It just so happens I had a relationship with this guy.
We know what a conflict of interest is.
Yeah, it just so happens it's a conflict of interest, but it could have been anyone. You're saying, and so they're trying to squeeze out of it via, just off of. By mistake, you hide the wrong person. You might have to throw this person off the case, and you're looking pretty wild right now that he's training. That's what I'm saying. Whenever you aim for someone powerful, you got to come correct. I already knew one of these black judges was going to end up either in jail or some shit. Anytime you overreach, though, and you go for someone powerful, if you don't come correct, as you can see, Jesse Smollett or the fucking judge that remember the judge that tried to give Jesse Smollett a slap on the wrist? They ran her ass out of fucking town, or they end up replacing her, some shit. She end up getting up on charges. Anytime you're going against the power structure, if you do not come proper, them motherfuckers will run your ass to the ground.
So you think she's going to be like out of a job, out of what's name? Disbarred?
If she doesn't finish Trump off, I guarantee when he gets in power, her days are over with. She don't move and go private. These motherfuckers is vindictive, bro. Because these people don't play. When you aim for them, you don't come correct. Sometimes they just trying to hit you with a fine. At other times, look how they do Gillum, dog. Them motherfuckers got Gillum butthole out, put on pictures. They try to come after his mom for lawsuits. This politics game is no game.
Swerve, you probably haven't been watching this shit, Swerve, but the shit is crazy, bro.
I was gonna say, if you're an attorney and you get arrested, are you automatically disbarred?
It depends on what you get arrested for.
So what about the YSL defense attorney that just got arrested on gang charges?
Like, is it like a reach, or is it like this nigga really was out here gang banging?
It's a woman,
lady, right? It's
crazy. A woman. It's a white lady.
So she was was she like gang banging?
I don't know if she's gang banging,
or was she just defending them niggas and they brought some charges upon her?
She probably knows some shit. She probably knows some shit that she's not letting on. And if you're hiding shit for criminals, then that makes you part of the criminal case, right?
Well, no. If when you're a lawyer, it becomes what is that shit called, Nate? Client privilege.
Yeah, client privilege. Yeah,
some bullshit like that. Client lawyer privilege bullshit. So it could be a reach, bro. And all this shit is happening in Fanny backyard, bro. Fanny out of here, bro. Fanny out of here, bro.
Here's the thing, because she's the same one doing the Young Thug case, right?
Yeah, bro. Everything she touched is fucking up right now, bro.
She was clout chasing. So I mean, yeah, you should have killed one before you go after her. She was really, because you do get to come up while the big names you take down. So the Young Thug case has she this is the most Georgia spent on a case, spent all this money, and the shit's looking crazy as they get closer to the end. If this motherfucker beats it,
it's looking like Thugger coming home, bro. Especially if they,
she is one of them motherfuckers to fail.
Listen,
I know that for damn shit.
Especially if this Trump shit get thrown out, bro.
Yeah, if
this YSL shit is getting thrown out on a technicality, because like you can't trust this bitch that put these charges on us, bro.
Yeah.
It gets crazy. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta come correct when you come from these motherfuckers, bro. We seen it happen all the time. Plenty of people go for someone and look at the guy that lawyer Micah Avarati, whatever it is. He represented Stormy Daniels when they were going after Trump. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And now that motherfucker's in jail. You know what I'm saying? All the money he raised for Stormy Daniels, he wasn't giving it back to. You know how lawyers do. They cooking the book shit, and they come back. They seen he was stealing the books, cooking the books. They end up prosecuting his ass. He's doing like 4 years. So anytime you come from someone power at all, you don't step right.
You think Fanni gonna go to jail?
If she's got dirt on her that's illegal, she's going to jail. You came for the fucking president of the United States, bro.
Which is really wild, bro.
They're the only ones that's, as you can see, they're the only ones that's allowed to break the law with impunity. As you can see with Biden's son, this motherfucker, we see this nigga on camera with coke and whores and hookers, not a day in jail, not paying taxes. This motherfucker just living his life.
And nobody's going after him. That's the son. Ain't nobody messing with him.
Republicans going after him, but he's not going to jail. It's not going to happen. There's it's kind of like a given. Chill the fuck out. What are we gonna do? I'm saying, no. We ain't putting kids in jail now. They're trying to, but
this is a grown ass man. We talking about we ain't putting kids in jail.
What we mean is this is the president's kids. Nonetheless, he's the fuck.
Yeah, so Fanni should have known.
You're always a kid in the eyes of your parents, bro.
Yeah, you gotta know. Yeah, what you're aiming for, dog. You gotta. Yeah, so she's going for the president. That's one, but this is a very likable guy. Half the nation voted for him. Over 70 million views. He's very popular. So if you don't come correct, and that's why a lot of people are aiming for Trump at the same time. That's why he just had like a $300 million judgment against him in New York. Like two of them. So they trying to crazy. But you know what's going to happen as soon as the Republicans are back in office, because majority of the Supreme Court was appointed by Republicans. Once that shit gets appealed to Supreme, all that shit's going to get reversed and thrown out. So Trump's just taking a lot of these little lumps in advance, hoping that they're hoping that he's going to drop out and not run.
Mm-hmm.
But if that nigga win, or if any Republican comes on the bench, he should be good. In general, you're saying that after the stance, but once he appeals, he should be good, right? He took a couple of losses, but not to say he didn't deserve them. You know what I'm saying? But they're doing crazy. Like he got charged $300 million for fucking giving a fake price on his fucking estate in Florida. The bank.
Where did they come up with a number like that?
That's what they're saying. They're like, what does that mean? Like, what's the issue? Who was the victim here? Because the bank that he borrowed the money from, they got paid back. In full, you know what I'm saying? So there's really no victim here. So why the fuck are we? And he's like, everyone cooks the books when they're doing real estate. You know what I'm saying? That's part of what developers do. I buy it for one thing, I say it's worth another, I get it appraised, and I go to the bank. It's up to the bank to do the due diligence and say it's worth less. They're trying to say his estate, and they say he really raised the rates of the Mar-a-Lago estates like by a lot. It should be worth like $14 million. It's nowhere worth as much. He said, I don't know what the fuck you talking about $14 million in Palm Beach. Nigga own acres upon acres in the heart of Palm Beach. Get the fuck. If he said that's $1 billion, that's possibly $1 billion estate. But this was back then. Whenever he had it raised, that they're saying he had it overinflated. I'm not sure about back then, but nonetheless, it's probably worth well over that now.
What I gotta do, bro? Like, if I have a product and I say, nigga, this shit is worth this much to me, or this is what I want for it. If you don't want it, don't buy it.
Yeah, it's up to the buyer.
Well, it's not a buy. It's because you're refinancing. You're taking out a loan against it. So it's almost like it's what everyone. Okay. It's almost like you're borrowing money to make your account look bigger before it's time to get a loan, so you can look like I've been getting this money. It's what everyone that does real estate do this. Anyone that does real estate, it's a given. People kind of know, but it's rare that anyone ever goes to jail over it. And like I said, and this was the fact that the deal was done. The fact that the people that was on the other end of the deal said, "No, we don't have no issue with it." It just goes to show you how overzealous these people was in trying to get them something. So he got fined like $300 million, and he can't do business in New York for 3 years, or the Trump Corporation, whatever. he's not really worried about it. Like the nigga's worth like $5 billion. So,
all right, y'all brought up Biden, right? His kid. Who the fuck is James Biden?
James Biden.
I don't know, James. I'm trying to know what's name.
I guess like that's Biden's brother.
Okay.
He was up in the news this week or this past week. I guess he was like, the Republicans are like trying to impeach Biden, and somehow his brother James got involved in this shit. I didn't even know this nigga had a brother.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I never heard of him.
Yeah, bro. So there's another Biden in the news, James Biden. I'm like, where the fuck they getting these Bidens from? I thought it was.
He had a brother.
What's his son name?
Hunter.
I thought it was Hunter, Jill, and Joe Biden. I didn't know there was other Bidens.
I ain't never heard of a fourth Biden.
You know, there was another son though that died a couple years before.
I ain't heard of that nigga.
Oh, that's the good one. Yeah, I heard about the good one.
Yeah, the one that had brain cancer and shit. That's when I went to the army. That was the good one. The one that's alive is the complete fuck up that just keeps
the one that should have died.
Yeah, that's so fucked up to say. Yeah. So the one that's which is crazy. People are saying the irony about the one that's alive now is Trump's. I mean, not Biden sent so many fucking black families to jail during the crack era. You know what I'm saying? Like he was no tolerance to drugs, basically saying. What's worse is that Biden gave like a speech saying like, we understand that people are going to say that these are just a product of their environment. It was just the times. We understand all that they could have had other ways, but we will get to that later. Right now, we have to deal with this right now. So it's almost like you don't get to say, oh, my bad, because you preemptively you said these stuff. You said like, we understand that there's
we'll get to it later. That's what you said.
That's what you said.
Now it's time.
Niggas sat in jail 30 years. Now it's time, and now you're talking about, oh, that was a different time. Now your kid got the addiction, doing drugs, and you're not tough on crime anymore. You know what I'm saying? You done riddled black families. Niggas did crazy time, 10, 20, 30 years, and now later your kid's on drugs, and we just say, like, oh, there's millions of families in America who's got a sibling or a child suffering with a drug addiction. The irony is fucking crazy.
Because now it's a white disease. It used to be a black. When it was a black disease, it was a problem.
Yeah, those black disease motherfuckers got rid of dads. They changed the whole structure, the whole makeup of black families. That's how Bad Boys. You watch cops on every night. You see motherfuckers, black folks getting locked up, jammed up for crack. They flood the neighborhoods with dope and lock niggas up, give them some crazy time. But now they're talking about, now they got Narcan. Now they got other preventions to help out the drug addicts. They're still doing crazy time for the drug dealers though, but
shit is crazy, bro.
At some point, I don't know if U.S. will ever make drugs legal because they say that they make so much money from it.
Speaking of that, listen, I bet someone 10 years ago that cocaine was going to be legal in the United States.
By what year?
In 10 years.
It's not legal. You think it's going to be?
No, I had bet this person in 2014 that cocaine would be legal and somewhere in America.
Is it legal anywhere?
It's not legal, but in some states it's not punishable.
Cocaine?
It's treated like marijuana used to be treated, where if you had under a certain amount, you get a citation. I think I don't remember. I'd have to look through my text that we're going through, but
yeah. So you owe this person money because you lost.
Yeah, I owe that nigga $100. I told that nigga, yeah, it was a 10-year bet, so I'm gonna pay you in 10 years. So in 10-year increments, nigga, I sent that nigga $10. I said, let me know when the next installment is due.
I had bet somebody when I was in middle school about Y2K.
Well, you thought the power and shit was gonna go out?
I forgot which side I bet, but I'm pretty sure I won. But I didn't get no payment. Oh, if I won, then I'm pretty sure I was on the side of we're gonna be fine. Ain't gonna be no end of the world. Yeah, I won.
I mean, if the end of the world comes or end of a dynasty, just in general, because we live within a dynasty, or not a dynasty, but within the empire in a sense of let's say everyone's always saying, "Oh, it's the end of the empire, should start crumble." How long? Only people that fucking the only reason we're here is because our parents up and migrated somewhere. How long are you gonna stay put and watch America turn this shit before you're like, let me dip about this shit?
America or you talk?
Just in general, let's say America. Just for example, if it's America, how long
America?
do you like,
Okay.
let me exercise my options elsewhere? Or are you just gonna say, no, I'm
I think I think even outside countries know, no matter how much shit there's going on here, it's still better than what they got going on over there. That's why they risk their lives to come here.
That's what I'm saying. But it's always like that somewhere until it ain't, and then it gets better somewhere else.
So, yeah, but it's gonna be hard to see America fall into the bottom of the list where we're the ones sneaking into other people's countries. It's gonna be a long time before I see that.
Yeah, but who
that
goes
won't
first
be in our lifetime.
That wouldn't be in our lifetime.
We'd better hope.
I don't think that would be in your kids or their kids' lifetimes.
I don't know, man. We better hope.
You talking about motherfuckers sneaking out of the USA to go into another country? That is crazy.
Yeah, that's that's crazy.
You know what U.S. do? U.S. still charge you. If you're an American citizen, when you die, you still get the estate tax and all that stuff like that. So even if you don't live in the country, so your citizenship alone allows you to be taxed. Like if you're making money, in general, there's no not paying taxes to America if your wealth is still stored in America and you're just going up every year, shit like that. Now you have it abroad, you got this under. Now you die when it comes to transfer of estate, that's just not on a trust. America wants their piece. So a lot of these rich folks, as they get older, as they get what's that, they might. They might give up their citizenship, start transferring shit out, put it in a trust, do shit like that. But the wealthy folks are the first to pivot. They're the first to get the fuck up out of there. Even when Germany was getting crazy, when they're killing the Jews that got killed left over were like kind of the broke boy Jews. The rich ones got the fuck up out of there early. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the broke boy Jews?
The ones that got massacred in Germany. The Holocaust. The rich ones had already came to America. And dipped off. That's why they've been rich. Some of them financed both sides of the war.
You can't say that, bro. That's
crazy for you to say that the broke boy Jews are the ones that got caught.
I mean, versus the very wealthy ones that was able to get the fuck out of it, because they almost charged them like an exit tax, like almost like you weren't allowed to leave and then have like money in your bank. It's almost like you had to leave your bank account behind. You had to empty out your bank account to dip. So if you're rich enough, you never had your assets in one country all by itself anyways, and there was nothing for you to forfeit that and dip out. Be like, nigga, this shit's getting hot. Y'all every time we got to move to little sections. Nah, this shit don't sound right. I'm good. They leave. The niggas that said, hey, it can't be. What's the worst that can happen? They tell us we got to move. Shit got bad quick.
When they start the black genocide, I'm going to be one of the broke boys. Yeah, I don't know. We got to settle down a little bit. Let's see what it's looking like.
If you ever watch a documentary, I think it's called The Third Reich or Rise of the Third Reich. That shit is crazy. When you see like near the end, when them motherfuckers realized they were about to lose, they started saying, and we gotta, like, they were killing Jews per day. Like, they kept the quota, how much we're killing a day, and it wasn't fast enough. Like, bro, we're losing numbers. Pick it up. They started having, like, cranking it up. How quick can we kill them? Like, in the chambers, put them to sleep. How can we get it faster? You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of one at a time, can we put them all in a room and gas them? That was the remedy to get it done quick, was the gas room.
And that was as they were seeing that they were about to lose this war.
Yeah, they're still going to war this and third. They're like, because you know what I'm saying, they were trying to use it. They thought they probably figured they could have wiped out the Jews and then still take over the world, and no one would have got back to see. Now they're like, hey, if this shit gets crazy and they come back and see this shit, it look crazy. So we got to get rid of these bodies, mass graves, put them down. The shit was crazy. And you seen grown men, you can see their ribs showing. They're not feeding. These people are emaciated. You know what I'm saying? Their heads look it looks so weird because they're adults, so their heads still real big, and their bodies are so fucking frail and skinny and shit. So this guy really did try to. That's the difference between that's one thing about, we have plenty of crimes and heinous crimes that's done.
So which one's worse? Which one's worse? The Black American slave or the Holocaust Jew? Who had it worse?
That's why you can't compare it to. Some people feel like the Jews was worse because there was so much in short. 6 million people, and what was it like? It was a 6-year span. It was a very short span.
Very short time.
But the numbers aren't even quantifiable compared to black folks. You know what I'm saying? Just alone what Leopold did, I think 50 million Africans.
Yeah, the numbers like
Black
compared
folks,
to what the Jews went through and versus the
blacks, it's
African
not,
slave
yeah,
trade, the
it's not
numbers
even
are like that was
yeah.
nothing compared to what the Africans went through.
I think
And you're talking about 400 years worth of killing.
I think an African guy said, he was like, y'all over here got a word for Jewish, anti-Jewish stuff, anti-Semitic, when only 6 million or 3 million of them died. There's no word for anti-blackness when there's about 100 million of us dead. Make that make sense.
Yeah, bro,
Like,
that
yeah,
shit's
you're
like
right.
that shit's what happened to the Jews is probably like 5% of what happened. Not
So
even
black folks,
5% of what happened to
Yep.
throughout the slave trade.
Yep. So which is crazy. You know what
You
I'm
gotta
saying?
remember, y'all know planking, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was how they tried to ship all these people overseas.
Yeah,
Yep.
stacked on
And
top of each other.
Laced. Yep.
Yeah,
Stacked
people
together.
and
were
you
dying.
gotta remember, like they'll fill up the ship knowing that only like 20% is gonna make it across,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest of the bodies go into the ocean.
Yeah, crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's and they would lose half of them in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? And the slaves had a secret way. They still don't know how to. They had a way of killing themselves too, though.
Yeah, just throw yourself
They,
overseas.
no,
That's why
way
when
too. That's one way, but there was another way that they was able to put themselves like almost like a fetal position. There's a way that they still don't know how they did it. They was able to, and then they'll go back and check if the motherfuckers will be dead.
so that's what I thought about when Kanye, when I was listening to the Jesus, the one of Calvin's album, and then that nigga, and I was like, when this nigga said slavery was a choice, there was real motherfuckers on them slave ship that said slavery was a choice.
Yeah, they'd rather die.
They'd rather die.
Which is, me
being a person who has life, I know how hard it is.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to die.
And you being a descendant of someone that didn't die. It's not you being, for example, like the only reason you're here is because the people that you went with didn't they decided to take that choice.
Yeah.
So for him to say that the only reason he's here is because he's a descendant of
someone his ancestors chose not to die.
To live. Exactly. Yeah. So what the fuck are you talking about? Is a choice when you have coercion, you don't really have a choice. A choice with no real option is not really a choice. Yeah. It sounds crazy to say.
It sounds crazy to say, but technically,
sure.
The nigga wasn't wrong. Technically, but, it's a fucked up thing to say, and it's like
it's a fucked up to say. It's a fucked up thing to say from someone who wouldn't take their own life. He wouldn't take his own. He wouldn't take his own life.
Yeah.
Of course he would.
So how are you gonna expect a whole nation of people to take their own life and say, you know what, I didn't want to be a slave, so I'm just gonna kill myself? Kanye's never gonna live that one down. But it's not that he's not gonna live it down. It's just because he delivered a fucked up message to the right people. We're the ones that's not worried because when his message to the Jews, he's never gonna live that down. I mean, he can say whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants to us.
Black folks already gave up. We already don't give a damn about the anti-Semitic stuff. So it's kind of the both. It's kind of like both sides of the story. When he said that, white folks were still rocking with him. We're like, look at y'all. Y'all don't see how he insulted us. How the fuck y'all still rock with him? If y'all rock with us. But when he said the same shit about the Jews, black folks didn't give a damn. So people. That just goes to show people really only care about their own. You know what I'm saying? People really only have their own views, and it's their own privilege. That's all.
Yeah, I wish people would lean more into that instead of trying to faking like you care about other people's struggles. That's the worst to me.
My thing is it's a two-sided thing. Not only faking like you're about other people's struggles, like it's sometimes maybe as I'm getting older, I'm getting more. Maybe I'm just I don't know. I don't want to say what's the word I'm looking for. Maybe I want to be a believer or whatever. But when I'm seeing all these, like you go on Facebook or Instagram and you'll see a video about slavery, about redlining, all these stuff about all these teachable shit that I know black people all know about. So who the fuck are you teaching it to? White folks don't give a damn. They're not seeing this and being awoke. If you go down the comments, you'll see them saying, great, another excuse for black people. You're only reteaching us shit we already know, which will either make us either more angry or feel that we're either more downtrodden, we can't do anything. But nonetheless, I don't see the message being. It's not going to its intended target.
Yeah, the message is intended. What we need to do is find a way to make the message so that it makes more white people guilty.
Yeah, and more powerful.
There's a phrase
the
for
goal
that.
is to make white people feel guilty.
There's a phrase for that.
Feel guilty or go ahead,
it's called preaching to the choir.
Yeah, right now that's what they're doing. They're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to us.
That's what I'm saying.
We already know.
Yeah. We don't give. Yeah, so white folks are just like, we didn't nothing to do with it. What's the big deal? And they can't see it. You gotta deliver that shit in a way that they gotta be connected. And even still, then why would a motherfucker in power want to give up their power? It's just not logical. It doesn't make it. And then once you come to that point, then we're really gonna be at a point where what can we do?
Segregate. That's the answer.
Maybe it could be, but that's
why I say you gotta lean more into it.
This whole asking for reparations, asking for shit. If you gotta ask a motherfucker for something, and then you want respect, he ain't never gonna respect you. He might have to pay you. You ain't never respect the motherfucker you had to pay. You get one or the other. I can respect you, but if you force me to pay you, I'm gonna pay you. But I ain't gonna respect you.
I'm gonna speak for the descendants of the people who worked to build this country.
Yeah, give him a check. I'm not against niggas.
Yeah, give me the check. Ain't no respect. I don't care if you respect me or not. Show me the money.
Yeah, but some people think that we need our respect. They're not gonna give you that respect. Now that they gotta fucking pay you. I know that's sure that ain't gonna go. And even still, they're trying to run the clock to not pay you. So you just gotta know that just comes with it. You gotta come with the.
They're gonna say, "Here, take your little funky 40 million."
Yeah, your funky 40 million.
40 mil.
So you know how it is, man. It's just one of those things. It's crazier now with the diaspora war going crazy online. I'm gonna have to take a break from Twitter because it is very negative over there for real. Like,
Nate, you said this about 8 times in the past 8 years.
I did never dip out.
Nigga, you ain't never gave up Twitter, nigga.
I don't tweet as much though. I dip and dip out. I'm watching the diaspora wars get crazier and crazier. It's crazy seeing Tariq Nasheed go from just being pro-black everything to now just completely just black American. All he do is post up videos about migrant because that's a whole thing. Like they're calling it, there's crime, there's black on black crime, there's regular crime. Now there's migrant crime is like the new thing. Like if you go on the news every day, you can hear migrant crime is a new thing. Like there's so much immigrants that are coming in now. Now they have their own classification of its own crime. It used to be so small that we never even used to report on it.
Yeah.
There was
like a Hispanic dude who killed someone in Georgia or something. Yeah. And he was actually caught like earlier in North Carolina or something, and they let him go.
Listen, anytime a migrant do something, that shit's getting top news, and that's gonna get. And I guarantee you, within a year, 2 years, that's gonna be like the main thing. Because even black folks are turning against it. Oh, we letting these people in this other, and it's no different than the black boogeyman shit when they made us as the worst person, or they made the terrorists after that. The Muslim folks. Now it's the new.
So the migrants, the new terrorists.
It's undocumented. They say undocumented person kills.
Yep, migrant, undocumented, yeah. So, or you saying shit like that.
Speaking of crime, like you hear all these like massive shootings that are happening recently. They're not releasing who did it.
Which one?
Like there was like a shooting at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And there was a couple other mass shootings, and they just wouldn't release who did it, or we don't. They just not releasing it. And apparently all these recent mass shootings are happening by transgenders.
Oh, transgenders?
That's what I'm telling you. See,
that's why they're not releasing it?
That's why they're not.
Yeah. That's what happens. Yep. When the media also is in on it, in the sense like they get to decide what we get to go off about. They're like, yeah, we're not going off on transgender. This is not popping, so we're not going to report on that. Or it doesn't make the narrative, or we don't want to have in a bad case. Because when Trump was in office, Trump did China put the heat on China, right? And the rise on anti-Asian crime, the motherfuckers started whooping Asians' ass out the blue. They're still catching ass whooping. As they rise on power, we still get a lot of anti-Asian.
Not really, bro. How many?
It happens a lot.
In real life.
You're seeing it like, yeah, real life you don't see it, but
in real life, how many times you seen Asians being disrespected around you?
Never in my life.
I never seen it, but we're not a lot around Asians.
That's we live in Florida, nigga.
There's a lot of here, correct? But
yeah, there's even more in Orlando.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like I've never seen Asians being mistreated in America.
If I go online, I see them all day long.
Yeah, online. Yeah, but of course, just like you said, the media is gonna show you what they want to show you.
Yeah. But I can see it happening. What America's got to do, we always got to keep a healthy competition. As China rises in power, as it grows, we're going to always say how they're trying to manipulate us. They got the biggest social media platform right now, the fastest growing one, TikTok. So we're going to try to ban it. I think they're going to try to pass a law to make that no government employees could have that or any government products. They don't want any TikTok on there. But, it's really, they want to say it's because they don't want them spying on us, but it's really because you don't want an outside nation having the number one thing influence on your people, which is what it's happening right now.
Yeah, because I didn't realize how big TikTok is.
It's fucking
TikTok's huge.
There's some people that don't even use Google anymore. Anything they need to search, they just search right on TikTok.
That is crazy, bro.
I think the numbers that they came has just changed. Like you used to think it was just kids. Now the numbers of millennials, the young adults using TikTok is outpacing kids.
And it's the thing, but TikTok is fucking amazing.
It is.
Like if you want to learn something, if you want to learn something, bro, you learn that shit on TikTok in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Like they take all that bullshit. Yeah. You know how America started doing this whole bullshit with the math and teaching the kids math. Mm-hmm. This long division type bullshit.
Yep.
And overseas, they don't do that with their kids. They just get straight to the point, and that's what TikTok is doing for the adults in America. Straight to the point. Like, nigga, you want to learn how to change your fucking ceiling or your roof? Go to TikTok. That shit will show you how to do that shit in 6 seconds.
Yep.
So America got a problem on their hands.
TikTok. I don't be searching shit on TikTok. I still use Twitter and YouTube for anything I need to learn or anything I need to see. Fine. But I know TikTok got that shit.
Only thing I see on TikTok is bitches shaking their ass. That's what's on my fucking feed. Shit is crazy.
That's what you like.
Hey, I don't got a problem with it. I love TikTok.
Them Chinese men, they know what they're doing. They
definitely know it because their feed is completely different than what we have in America. They don't allow none of that shit in America. Their kids can't even get on TikTok after until 3-4 in the afternoon, or there's a block range, and they're not seeing the shit we're seeing. And their TikTok trends are showing kids how to cook, how to do instructions. It's all learning and
it's all educational.
And they over here got us
giving us the poison
trash. Yeah,
they giving us that bullshit. They giving us twerking and shit, so we can just be hypnotized all day.
Shit up but it's crazy because anytime humans try to do social engineering, there is always a huge unexpected outcome. So we don't even know what the outcome is going to be from the TikTok thing. We already know from social media we've had crazy amounts of depression, suicides, people don't know how to social anxiety. So we don't even know what TikTok's going to do because that's even shorter attention span, quicker learning. Motherfucker just worried about the shit is crazy. And TikTok, you can't go on there talking too crazy. If it's anti-Chinese, they're not going to allow it. Anything could go viral on there, let it go reach. But if you're talking too crazy about China, they're going to slow that shit down. So the shit is crazy. They manage. So we don't know what effect that's going to have in America. Nonetheless, but we shall see. We shall see.
They say one of the people at my job was talking about that Club Shay Shay that Terry Crews was on there today. I haven't listened to the episode yet.
What he said? I seen Terry Crews on there. What's Terry Crews talking about?
I don't know what he's talking about. I know the dude at my job was talking about something. He's very pro man, anti men becoming. He's anti the sissification of America. Mm-hmm. So he was already anti Terry Crews anyway.
Yeah, I can't be. You can't be pro Terry Crews. Terry Crews is up there talking about how a man grabbed his balls in front of his wife, and he did nothing. How can you get behind a person like that?
Pause.
How big that? Pause. Yeah, how big that nigga is. Pause. This nigga is cock diesel.
That's my point with Lil Rod. Some of these guys ain't got no excuse. It doesn't make any sense. If you came to my courtroom and you showed me that, I'm saying you just took that shit. Man, what we in here for, bro? If I was a judge, that's what I'm like. You just allowed them to play with your ass like that, and you didn't do it, and you come in here and file this lawsuit. I didn't hear no You didn't swing after. I didn't hear you didn't leave. I'm not doing no work on this album. I already tried to fumble you on Wednesday. You still at work come Thursday and Friday, and you still completed the album after that. Make it make sense.
So what was your coworker's take on the Terry Crews shit?
Oh, the same thing y'all saying. He's saying he's too big to be letting dude be fondling him in front of his wife like that, especially in front of his wife.
Bro, that's crazy.
If I was your wife, I couldn't even be with you after witnessing this.
Bro. How can?
But then I'm thinking, she stayed with him, and now he sued and he made millions off of it. So maybe this was all part of the game. It was all planned.
It is all part of the game. So imagine what happened if you allowed him to go further. You'd have got the check back then, and you could sue again. Why half-ass the game when you could go all ass in?
Pause.
You don't even need a pause. That's not for Terry Crews. If you say that's part of the game, just go all ass in then. Do what some of these girls do. Do the casting couch, get the role. Then years later, when you up, complain about it, and then sue again.
But that's exactly what he did. He got the role. He was in White Chicks. That's the role that really made him blow up. He was in, which one came first, White Chicks or his first movie was Friday. Mm-hmm. But he didn't really blow up until after White Chicks.
Shit's crazy.
We haven't talked in a while. Club Shay Shay, y'all seen when Monique was on Club Shay Shay?
Yeah, they said I saw a couple of clips. I didn't watch the whole interview. I started to watch it, but then I couldn't finish it. It wasn't as entertaining as the Cat Williams shit.
Yeah, and she was just pretty much co-signing everything Cat Williams was saying. So it wasn't nothing really special about it.
She's on tour with Cat right now, right? So of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so of course, all the people that's on Cat's side, they're gonna go on that show and repeat everything that he said, pretty much.
Steve Harvey. I know Steve Harvey hates Shay Shay. Club Shay Shay.
Because he's doing him better than him.
I mean,
Shannon Sharp and Steve Harvey, they the same guy.
Why you say that?
Two country dudes they don't have no business being on TV interviewing people. Right now, Shannon Sharp is the new Barbara Walters. Like, if you got something juicy to say and you want to interview, you go to Club Shay Shay. People ain't trying to go to 60 Minutes. They're not going to David Letterman no more. This is the guy you go to.
Yeah, but
it's only a matter of time till the white audience starts going to him also.
He doesn't want it completely that way because Club Shay Shay, he has two different things. He has three different bags because he got the one with him and
Ocho,
Stephen A. Smith. Then he got him with him and Ocho. They be really talking crazy on that one. And between that and Club Shay Shay, you know what I'm saying? Some of the stuff aren't very Disney-like, you know what I'm saying? So he could get his shit hot, but he don't want it to overtake and you don't want it to overlap that Disney bag. It's kind of like Charlemagne had Brilliant Idiots. He never promotes Brilliant Idiots. It does its own thing. The people that know about it, but you don't want to jeopardize that Breakfast Club bag.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying? He be having motherfuckers be just the shit he be covering with him and Ocho. They talk about running red lights and knocking broads, all sorts of shit. But that's why Mace kind of warned him. I guess because he kind of spazzed on Mace. Mace is like, Disney ain't too comfortable you being all that gangster and shit like that. What's crazy is we were both making fun of you and you let Cameron inside. You tried me like I'm talking about I'm a fake pastor. You think because I went to church I ain't like that. He's like, I'm really like that. You're like, so, but let's not go there. He's like, yeah. You're like, let's keep it cordial. You're saying, I got obvious. I'm really liking Mace's
he
comeback.
Actually said, he said when you was beefing with Skip. It was Skip. Yeah. When Skip said, he said, boy, put your glasses back on. He just put his glasses back on.
Yeah, he said, you put your glasses back on. He's like, so just keep it cordial. Do just like that.
Yeah, just put your glasses back on.
Yeah, man. People forget Mace is a wordsmith. So one of the super lyricists out there. I gotta chill with Mace, dog.
Mace is my first favorite rapper.
Yep. So Mace out here still cook. Do you be listening to any of these new Cameron freestyles? You were a huge Cameron fan growing up.
No, not really.
He's still in his bag. He still goes in. I don't know if he's gonna actually put out an album now, or if he needs to do
Ain't nobody checking for no damn Cameron album.
I don't know if people. His last one was decent though.
I don't even know what his last one was.
Was it like a year, 2 years ago? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
definitely.
dropped.
2 years ago, Cameron put an album out.
I forgot what it was, dog.
Yeah, I know I stopped listening to hip hop.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And you talking about 2 years ago?
Because my wife hit me up earlier today, right, and was like, "Hey, can you add some hip hop to this hip hop playlist I'm trying to create?" I'm like,
"You don't know what to give her."
I'm like, "You live with me. You have not heard me play any hip hop in the past like year and a half, 2 years, and you're asking me to help you build a hip hop playlist?
That's sad.
I ain't got nothing for you."
That is sad.
What's
You're
that?
missing out here.
Yeah,
and even if you don't listen to new hip hop, there's still old hip hop. Why you not listening to old hip hop?
She's not. She
I'm
don't want that.
Niggas, I'm mad at motherfuckers only listen to old hip hop. There's some incredible, good new hip hop out there.
But even if you don't want to listen to new hip hop, there's enough.
There's plenty enough there. But I used to think it was gonna be like that. I loved our era, and most people in our era stop at our era. I guess that's a pattern that most people do. They just kind of stick to their era, and that's the pattern you grow up with, and the things that happen during your adolescence, and those are the shit you stick with, and that goes with you play that shit forever the rest of your days. But I'm a forever consumer, dog, and there's some good shit that people my age just don't even have no idea about. Like these new youngest niggas are still cooking.
Now I'm not gonna lie to you.
Savage.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That Gunna's
21
last album,
fire. That's what I'm saying.
Better than Baby's first albums.
Chill the fuck out.
You talking about Lil Baby?
Album.
Yeah, Lil Baby. Because at first when they first came out, you was like, it's like they came out together. You're like, oh, is it Lil Baby or Gunna? Lil Baby or Gunna? Everybody's like, oh yeah, Lil Baby's way better than Gunna.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of flipped around.
It is, bro.
People
nigga
say
Gunna. I was listening to that track. I think it's called Bread and Butter.
Yep.
Bruh, that nigga snapped.
Oh, you ain't been listening to hip hop. You might want to listen to Fuck You Mean.
Yeah, that was the single, but Bread and Butter was like an album cut, and that shit might be better than Fuck You Mean.
Yeah,
I think they say people was like people was kind of sour on Lil Baby, and everybody was like, where's all this Lil Baby hate coming from like recently? And I think they said that it all stemming from him making everyone choose between him and Gunna.
Yeah, when
Gunna came out, and then he started, talking all that shit about Gunna, and then Gunna's putting out this heat. The music talks.
Yeah, this new shit Gunna dropping, I don't think Lil Baby can compete.
It goes to show you that we don't really care. People talk about this no snitching shit. That's only for a certain few people in their bubble that's actually concerned with that. Most people don't really even care. That shit don't got nothing to do with us. We're music consumers.
That's true. And it all depends on where you at in your life. So it just depends,
Nigga, I know niggas big our big age, bro. Still talking about this Gunna snitch, 6ix9ine snitch. That's a fucking rat. I can't fuck with shit like that. I'm like, bro,
fuck with rats, bro.
Why am I mad at someone that snitched on some people I don't know? I ain't got nothing to do with.
Doing some shit that I ain't got. Yeah, I ain't have nothing to do with none of that shit that's going on.
So it's ridiculous to me. Black culture is kind of fucked up, bro. This whole G code bullshit, that shit is fucking up the culture. It's just fucking up.
There's a place for it, but it should just be for the criminal element. It can't be for the masses, unless the whole culture is criminal, which would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? The whole culture can't be criminal. Criminals always gotta be a subset of a culture. It can't be the whole culture. Italians had the mob, a small subset. The whole Italian people ain't criminals.
And you got to realize, like, it's literally probably 1% of the black of the population that's on this criminal shit.
Yeah. So for us,
not even 1%, bro. It's probably a percentage of a percentage of 1%.
Only people that practice no snitching are cops and fucking criminals. Basically, 2 sets of criminals. That's it. Those are the only people. That shit doesn't really make no sense. Anyone else, they tell you do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy. So if regular people are civilians, they shouldn't really be. It doesn't make sense for them to play in that world. In that world,
the coolest people in our culture, though, are those criminals you talking about. The rappers, and entertainers. They're the criminals, or at least they portray the criminals.
Yeah, but that's only because we don't control our media. We only allow.
But what we consider athletes cooler than you think? Who you think's cooler, athletes or?
Well, athletes want to be rappers, and rappers want to be athletes, but that's only because we don't control our media.
They're the same. It's all in the entertainment business.
It's all intertwined.
And that's what we want to do.
But if we had other people that control our media, we would usually see cool doctors and cool lawyers. Like I said, the black folks aren't a monolith. We're cool in every facet that we go into. The media only shows us in one or two ways.
Even a black doctor would use the term "no stop snitching." I'm sitting at the cruise we went to at one of the dinners, sitting next to the couple that got married. His son or her son is on the boat doing hot boy shit, going out here fucking every random girl he could find. One of his roommates comes through to the main dining room we're having dinner at with just a wife beater on. Nobody asked him. He walks right up to the mom, snitching. I'm sitting right next to the table. He's talking about some. Oh yeah, I couldn't get my shirt on because Dion had me locked out the room. Pretty much snitching on his boy, telling him he couldn't get in because he had some girl inside the room, and they already know that he's been with random girls throughout the whole cruise ship.
That's how you do a cruise. That nigga did the cruise properly.
Yeah, he did it properly. him and his homeboy, one of his other homeboys, one of his other homeboys got caught smashing a girl in the room. He got caught by his uncle. They walked up to the uncle. The uncle's like this, like with these glasses on. They waved the hands in front of the uncle. The uncle don't move. They assume that he's sleeping. So you assume your uncle's sleeping, so you smash this girl in front of your uncle in that same little cabin. Then you take the girl. Then you take the girl out to the balcony, and then you take her again into the bathroom. And the uncle hears, and he snitched, and the uncle snitching. The uncle goes
just taking the bathroom in the first place.
What's crazy is the fact that this grown ass uncle is over here faking like he's asleep so he can watch his nephew smash.
Pervert ass nigga. That's what they should have said. You pervert ass nigga.
Yeah, faking like he sleeps so he can watch his nephew smash.
That's crazy. And then he had the nerve to complain about it.
Yeah, and then could go stop. Yeah, nigga, stop complaining. You know you liked it. Nigga sleeping with one eye open. Whole lot of snitching going on that boat.
See, Nate, swerve is part of the problem.
Sometimes you don't need to snitch. Sometimes it's good to perpetuate the no snitching because it helps you. It's stop being in people's business.
Well, having sex is not criminal. I only consider snitching or stuff like that is like when you're involved with someone doing a crime. Like,
yeah, but it's also like it's also good. It's like when you tell young kids stop tattletaling, like some shit you don't need to tell people. Who did that help? You ran and told me that he stole your crayon. Who did that help?
No, that's not snitching. If a nigga does a crime against you, you letting people know that's not snitching.
Okay, little Johnny just stole Susie's crayon.
Yeah,
Kyle,
that's being nosy.
Why are you telling me that for? Why do I need to know?
You being nosy, so I get that part. But like, if a nigga,
my homeboy smashing in the room, I couldn't change my shirt. Why do you need to tell my mom this?
Yeah, that's not criminal, bro. If it's not criminal, shut your mouth, bro. Let the nigga smash.
As soon as he came to the table, and he started telling the first thing I'm saying, hey, stop snitching. Stop snitching.
Loud as hell. You just stop mad snitching. You ain't getting no pussy.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
These new niggas not sharing. That's the problem.
All right, so your boy, I think Cam Newton be on that no snitching shit too, don't he?
Does he?
Does he? No, he don't seem like the type.
I think he do be on that bullshit.
You know, Cam's always wishy-washy. Remember Cam was doing when they try to ask him about race thing and so this is about a 3/4 inch of skin. That's something he's saying. He always try to play respectable politics sometimes. So it's always wishy-washy with him.
Yeah, he
did try to do that no snitching shit with Charleston White. Charleston had to check him.
Exactly. That's what I'm referring to. I remember he was like, "Nah, when he was telling Charleston White, you violating if you would call the cops and shit like that."
Okay.
And come this past week, Cam is getting his ass whooped by like 3 niggas.
He called the cops.
I don't know if he's getting his ass whooped. Cam was handling himself. Them 3 niggas were trying to keep up with that nigga. Had one nigga on their headlock, threw another nigga away. Them niggas should be ashamed of themselves.
Cam's a big dude, and these guys are.
One.
Yeah.
I guess he's 6'6". I didn't realize that. How big is he?
I don't know. Pause. But
yeah, that's.
I'm not sure.
That nigga's wildin'.
Let me look over his height. Cam Newton height.
Quarterbacks are usually tall.
6'5", yeah.
Yeah, and he's a big quarterback.
So I only saw like maybe 3 seconds of it. So you telling me Cam was handling his business?
It was a couple of average sized dudes, I guess. They were like coaches on the other team. Cause I guess Cam's like in charge of this like some football league or whatever. So I guess it's coaches from the other team that said they didn't like the way that Cam was talking shit about them or their team or whatever it was. The guy went on a whole podcast tour talking, pretty much had nothing to say. I'm like, bro, you just got in a fight with Cam. Now you on this tour. You ain't got nothing to say. A waste of a moment.
So what was their reasoning for getting into that physical altercation?
From what I know, it's because Cam was talking trash talking, sports trash talking.
Nigga, that's part of the game.
But here's the thing. This is why you can't fuck with niggas at the 5 p.m. or Cam really got to stop giving back to the community. Every time he does like these sports stuff, there's always, for some reason.
So yeah, you're right. Culture, some bullshit always comes out.
There's always it's always like it's cool to disrespect him. Mm-hmm. It might have stemmed from him being that cornball back in the days when he was in the league when we were pro-black the era and he was trying to straddle the line. So that might be the reason. Like we kind of looked at him like he was half a coon. So we didn't really feel too like niggas didn't really care when Cam stopped playing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really go to bat for him or anything like that. Because I feel like there's no reason. I don't know. Could he not come off the bench? Why is he so retired so early? But nonetheless, maybe for that reason. But each time he's always having practice, there's always motherfuckers trying him now. This is like they showed different footage of it. Kids talking disrespectful, him going back and forth. Yeah. So it just become a regular. Like this guy wasn't a fucking black NFL quarterback. I gave us the dab a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Went to the Super Bowl. Didn't win it, but we got that shit popping. Had Atlanta jumping. So I don't know, but for whatever
he was
reason,
never in Atlanta. He was South Carolina, Nate.
My bad.
Yeah, was it North or South?
I'm thinking Atlanta
South.
From the dab. Yeah, Atlanta put that on what's name. Yeah, but yeah.
Cam definitely got pushed out earlier than he should have.
That's what I'm feeling. But, you know, he didn't have no one to go to bat for him. So the public didn't love him. Because there's probably motherfuckers that's riding the bench right now that's probably going to have a longer career than Cam.
Did he really go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think
Wasn't that when he lost?
I think he made it to the Super Bowl once.
Yeah, and he made it once. Yeah.
That was the year the Panthers were on fire. Mm-hmm. And they was like criticizing for like, I guess there was a play where it looked like he gave up and didn't go after the ball on like a fumble or something like that. And it was a wrap after that.
Have we talked about the Saints winning the Super Bowl? I mean, not Saints, the Chiefs.
Yeah, no, we haven't because we have been gone since the Super Bowl. But
I know that I heard your soul is Taylor Swift get another W, Juno.
Oh, I don't have a problem with Taylor Swift.
They showed video of Travis Kelce after he won his first Super Bowl, and the black girl jumping all over him and hugging and kissing him and stuff. Him grabbing a handful of cheeks. Compared to this year, he wins the Super Bowl giving Taylor Swift a little fake peck on the cheek, a fake kiss that missed his whole mouth. I was like, bro, this shit got to be planned.
It's just a script.
It's definitely a script. I don't know any white man who likes black women
that would go to a Taylor Swift, right?
To go from what he had to a Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because Taylor Swift is skinny, no ass, no tits.
I could understand if it was just some regular dude.
This is one of the most prolific country writers in the game. Let's not forget, sometimes your attributes can make you look better than you are.
Nah. For a broke dude, yeah, for sure. That's why you see a lot of black dudes walking around with ugly white women because her credit's probably good. She probably buys him nice gifts. He don't need none of that.
He's broke compared to her.
No, he's not. He got enough money to buy whatever he wants himself. But his gift would be having.
But compared to her, he's broke. There's a difference.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So sometimes, he might see that. It's just like niggas in the hood always say, "Oh man, yeah, I'll smash her, bro." When was Oprah a dime like that? Motherfuckers, you already know there's an extra element, that bag, that make her look that much
That's
more
for
sexy.
Niggas who don't got the bag. When you already got the bag.
I don't know any nigga
I don't know any niggas that got the bag that's trying to get an ugly broad that's just because she has money.
That's true. But I'm saying, she's not ugly either, though.
Compared to what he likes, she's ugly.
I mean, all I'm saying is she's the biggest selling country artist, one of the biggest selling artists.
We're talking about resumes.
We're talking about aesthetics, Nate.
Yeah, you're talking about resumes compared to aesthetics.
She's already just looking good regular. He probably I couldn't see why he's doing what he's doing. It doesn't make sense to me.
Her back extends from her shoulders all the way to the back of her knees.
I love it. Hey man. Maybe
you know Nate's not gonna let you slander a white Nubian queen like that.
So white Nubian queen, white Nubian princess.
That reminds me of the fucking.
She's movie. White royalty. She's American. She's American royalty. What we call Beyonce, or what the English might call Princess Diana. That's what she is for them.
That's spot on. Yeah, she is like American royalty. And even on Twitter, there's been beef between like the Beehive and the Taylor Swifts and all that stuff. And just even Club Shay Shay, they brought it up. Like he was trying to say like Taylor Swift's the biggest, and people like, nah, Beyonce's bigger. Like, bro, Taylor Swift comes out there at Super Bowl, you're not gonna get nothing bigger. And Taylor Swift's a fucking problem out here. Motherfuckers try to play her down. She writes her pen games out there. Now Beyonce, now that country music is now that hip hop's starting to dwindle down. People are finding different avenues to try to hurry up and eat from. As you can see, they're gonna go Afro beats or country. Beyonce is already putting up a country album. I think she's charting. She's like #1 in country this week.
Oh, them country motherfuckers don't like that shit at all.
They didn't like it at first, but the album was charting. It's starting to go up. Of course, they're like, no one likes it when you come in and you just want to try their shit. And they're trying to say,
you're
like,
great at it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say she's great at it.
She's great at it because she's #1.
But don't let the #1s fool you. When you're in that position, they pay. You're never not going to get a #1 Beyonce. She's not going to drop unless she knows she's #1. They're not gonna pay unless the number. That's why it's a given #1. It's not even. You don't even have to worry about it. That's what I'm telling you. So it's not like it ain't like it's gonna let me just.
Let's not say Beyonce could have just put any type of trash out there, any type of country trash, and it would have been #1.
I don't know about any type of country trash, but all I know if they would have put the money behind it to make sure it's #1.
Well, of course they're gonna do that with any Beyonce, no matter what genre she's in.
That's what I'm saying. So, but now when you talk about country music got some prolific writers, some good ass writing too. I'd be in my country bag now. So
did Beyonce write these country tracks?
Of course not. She's no Taylor Swift. You expected to write that? I expected to write these tracks. That's the difference. Taylor pen game is crazy. So there's that.
But her vocals aren't
bad. She's no Beyonce.
Yeah, she's no Beyonce.
Yeah, she's no Beyonce. Let's chill out. Yeah, she's no Beyonce.
Vocals is mid. Pen is.
Yeah, her
pen is fire, but vocals is mid.
Exactly. But so Taylor is like the Drake of country. No one makes more relatable love music than Taylor Swift, just like Drake. So that's why they're so popping and all that. But Beyonce is a brand. She's like a if they could at some point, I won't be surprised if they find a way to put artists and people on the stock exchange, because at some point they're like, you know what, Beyonce's made all this money, all this, that, certain, etc. We got to pivot to another thing. Now we're gonna go to country. Now that's what we're gonna say. So for whatever reason, they seen R&B's gotten a little saturated, starting to slow up. The other people's in it. They're like, we got to get her to dominate another area, and of course she will. And they're gonna move the markets to go with it, this, that, and third, and it's gonna come right along. Like Beyonce always leaves her thing before it's even done. Like I felt like Destiny Child still had gas in the tank before she broke them apart.
Well, you're not gonna let it run its course. You gotta let it get to its peak. Don't let it run its course.
I don't even think it was its peak. I think she just kind of pivots before it even burns out. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're doing this now. You know what I'm saying? She had
but that was
African dancers.
I think that's just part of the game, because all groups
break up eventually.
Not that they was breaking up, but groups were no longer the thing to be in.
Yeah. Because while the girl groups were still out, the boy groups had been broke up. Like the boy groups were no longer a thing.
Yeah.
While Destiny's Child was still out here.
Yeah. But I think she's big enough that we could be able to get us. There was no reason to say an official breakup. Like I think we could have got a Destiny Child once every 4 years. Like if she'll let us know the new Destiny Child's dropping this year, I think that shit would have sold out.
You're doing too much right now.
You don't think so?
So them other women supposed to just sit at home, just chill and wait for her to go make all this money?
She still does her solos, and then every now and then, every 4 years.
So what is the other two women gonna do?
They do what the fuck they've been doing. They've been doing whatever Kelly does her singles, and they do their acting, and the other one's just in church. Michelle. So you're talking about giving like a reunion tour then, and we always know who that benefits. I'm talking about a whole new album. I'm talking like a whole new album every 4 years. I think they all could still sing. Beyonce's a star out here. There's no reason they're depriving their fans of that. They got all these women bought into.
She's not depriving their fans of that. The fans of Destiny's Child are still getting exactly what they wanted, which was Beyonce.
You think Kelly Rowland versus Beyonce is a landslide?
It should never be a versus. What do you mean?
It's not. I mean, it's a group, so I wouldn't put them against each other.
No, I'm saying like, you think Beyonce is like way above a Kelly Rowland?
Yes. Yeah, Beyonce's way above everybody.
Yeah, it's not comparable. Yeah.
Even when they both was in Destiny's Child, you think Beyonce was outperforming her that much?
Easy.
Yeah, I think so.
The only person that was close to Beyonce was the other one, and she went solo, and it just never.
You talking about Luckett?
No.
Yeah, in the group back then, it wasn't. The number 2 was not Kelly Rowland back then. It used to be Beyonce, and I think it was LaToya. Then what's the name? And then when they kicked them out of the group, it became Beyonce. The 3.
I think Kelly was always number 2.
No, it used to be Beyonce.
Because Kelly was my favorite one. Kelly definitely.
If you go by whose favorites it's always gonna be Kelly or Beyonce. Ain't nobody checking for the other 2.
Are you thinking back when they were the original 4? Because remember the group changed a couple times. When
the group changed at least 3 times.
Yeah, when there was the original 4, Beyonce used to get solos, and the other girl, I think LaToya Luckett, used to get solos, or what, I don't know her name, whatever it is. And then when they got out the group and they brought in
Michelle.
Some girl came in and what's the name and lift out fairly quick, and they just stayed with them 3. And then all of a sudden, people weren't really giving Michelle her props till she did the Nelly solo.
You mean Kelly?
Kelly. That's when motherfuckers are, oh man, I fucking love her. And then she had a couple singles. That's when before that, beyond the group days, she was never that big of a member.
Because we never really got to hear her
background. It used to be Beyonce and the other girl. And that one, when she went solo, nothing really came from it. And Beyonce's dad manages the group, so she was already baked in for the win. The mom makes
once you're in a big group like that and you separate, and then that main star is making the big money, they're not thinking about no side gigs.
And the main star and your parents are the managers, and your dad. She's got it's nepotism written on it. She's got the win regardless. Yeah. So it didn't have to work.
Like it's not gonna benefit Wayne to do a Hot Boy tour. So exactly. Why do it? It's not gonna benefit Justin Timberlake to do a NSYNC tour. Why do it?
Exactly. As much as we would want it, I would love to see a Hot Boy tour right now, but they don't really do
Justin Timberlake was NSYNC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the star in Backstreet Boys?
You didn't know that.
Backstreet Boys was Aaron Carter. I mean, not Aaron Carter. Nick Carter.
None of
he
them
died.
blew up.
Yeah, none
Nick
of them
Carter
really
died. The younger brother died.
The younger Carter. Brother died, but I think the Aaron Carter is probably the most popular.
None of the Backstreet Boys blew up.
None of them blew up, but I think Aaron Carter was the most popular.
Yeah. But he was like a white trash, him and his whole family type shit. So Justin Timberlake was like the perfect solo, went off, became big. And, even the other members of his group, they do like other shit. Like I think one's like a chef now. One turned gay. So once that nigga came out as gay early,
he's been gay for a while.
He fucked the whole bag up. You're like, nigga, we ain't ever doing a group anymore. Once you decided to take that route,
you should have stayed in the closet, nigga. You fucking it up.
Yeah, we got all this money.
You fucking up the bag.
Yeah,
these little girls don't want to be screaming. They don't want to be at these concerts screaming for no gay dude.
Yeah, so once he came out, that was a wrap. I still feel to this day Ricky Martin should have never came out.
Nah, but he's in a different.
You couldn't tell me Ricky Martin isn't.
You think him coming out is what stopped his?
No, he got that gay bag for a long time, that LA scene. Because when you come out as gay, there's like a whole bag that comes with it. You could do gay shows, all that stuff, but it lasts but so long. You would get good 2-3 years out of it, and it kind of.
If he wanted to, he could have made it last longer.
I feel he could have lasted.
Because Madonna's still been getting the gay bag since the beginning and hasn't stopped yet to this day. Lady Gaga,
but
Nicki.
Madonna for women is different. Madonna also is not gay herself.
Yeah, but that gay bag, you don't have to be gay to get the gay bag.
Just happen to love her. Yeah, gay folks can happen to love you, whether or not you. I'm saying they just attract you, but Madonna herself isn't gay. While Ricky Martin came out as gay, like I felt like he could have just kept that on the cuffs for a little bit longer. That nigga still been rocking out here. Girls used to fucking fall out for this dude. Though. I love this guy. That this motherfucker got a whole husband out here.
Yeah, you're right. The gay man. You want to stay in under wraps because
keep that shit on the wraps and do your.
The women is who's gonna support you.
Exactly. It didn't make any sense to come out too early. He kind of shot himself in the foot. That's like if Usher were to come out as fucking gay.
Oh, that's correct.
Who are you pleasing? You're wild. You shooting yourself in the foot. Don't make no damn sense. So it's one of those things.
But what's his face came out gay? Frank Ocean, and we're still waiting for another Frank Ocean. Everybody's like, "Oh, where's Frank Ocean at? We want another album." He's the one dude that, at least one black gay guy that I know of that he came out gay and nobody even blinked an eye.
But he came out from the jump though. See, we didn't have to find out like the first.
He didn't come out from the jump.
No, he had that one big hit.
He had the one big hit, but for that same album, the album from that same big hit, that same album, Channel Orange, the last track or something like that, he said like you realize he's talking about a guy. He said like a him and like, oh, is he kind of coming out like, well, I told my truth on that album and he never retracted it. And I made sure once that came out, I never listened to that Channel Orange. I still got to go back and listen to it because that was my own.
But that's the thing. We're saying Frank Ocean, but Frank Ocean hasn't. After that last track, heard that last track? Ain't nobody really checking for Frank Ocean.
He sells out because he comes out. He's a problem. He's got
just off that one album.
Yeah, when he comes out, he sells out quick. Remember, he did that major deal with Apple. He did the last deal with his record label. They paid him, and then he dropped his own album the next day after that because he found like a loophole. Remember, they stopped giving artists exclusive deals because of Frank Ocean. He kind of fucked up the whole thing. He got one bag from his label.
These gay niggas always fucking shit up. Pause.
So, but Frank Ocean's a different beast, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't let gay be his whole identity. So there's a difference. He came out one time and now said not every song's gonna have boy in it. He ain't take the Lil Nas X route wearing fucking hot shorts and ass cheeks out doing wild shit. He just happened to be something. You know what I'm saying?
He's not one of the deviant gays.
Yeah, he's not a deviant.
He's not a deviant.
Yeah.
He's just a regular guy. He just happened to be gay.
Yeah, exactly. It just happened to talk about. It's not his whole identity.
You want to talk about this princess treatment thing you got up here?
We can. So, social media is big. I guess this whole new princess treatment bullshit. Like, what's y'all take on princess treatment and women asking for princess treatment?
What is princess treatment? And does it go both ways? Is there prince treatment?
Of course not. You saw his princess treatment. When I hear these chicks on social media saying they deserve princess treatment, I'm like, you know what a princess is, right?
The princess is the daughter of a king.
Exactly. So, and the princess has no choice on what she gets to do. You listen to the king word for word, no matter what his what he wants is what goes down. Like if he don't want you out this late, he don't want you doing this, he don't want you doing that, you're following that.
That's princess treatment.
That's princess treatment.
What in their eyes is princess treatment?
I guess being
like
coddled, just being weighed on hands and foot, which a princess does get that. Mm-hmm. But the princess also is under strict rules by the king.
They want half princess treatment. They don't want the other half. They don't want the
obedience part of princess treatment. But with a real princess, princesses are like super obedient to the king. I don't think they really understand that shit when they say princess treatment. Y'all never heard the phrase princess treatment?
I thought you meant like, I know these girls all say they want to be in their
soft girl
era, and you know, women are you know, grass is always greener on the other side. You know what I'm saying? The women that are on their soft girls want to be the working girls want to be soft girls, want to be the boss girls want to be soft girls. Women don't know what the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. They just always competing with each other. They always want to see the other end. Because the soft girls, all they do is complaining. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, or if they get out of, there's pages you go online, you see girls that are talking about I was ex housewife or kept on, now I got my own life. I'm glad I'm out of that. You know what I'm saying? While you got other girls that are just saying, I just want to be pampered, this, that, and that. So it's always you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a mix of how it is. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, it wouldn't matter what they want. You know what I'm saying? If they're listening to the good brother KS, you know what I'm saying? your expectations would be within reason. You know what I'm saying? You would be out here wilding, having all these beliefs or something too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I seen one this just the other day, girls out here just twerking in front of the camera acting. The guy wasn't even doing the interview yet. He's setting up. The girl just comes there talking. So he asked her, like, you think your husband will like you doing that? And she's like, what? He's like, yeah, you think you're, she's like, no, you're like, I got no husband. She's like, do you think you'll get a husband? She's like, no, I want. She's like, you're like, I got plenty of niggas that will see me as a wife. And he asks, well, do you want a husband? She's like, well, maybe when I get old. I like, only a young girl don't think that she's that what do you call
naive
to say when I get old I'll get a husband. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's just your prime years. You wasting talking all this shit. You don't realize how quick that shit turns around the other end, and you gonna be there. But you know that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
It turns real quick. I done seen it.
It's no different than I guess the niggas out here just wilding doing dumb shit. But like when he catches a charge, he'll slow his ass down. He's just one of those.
These young niggas right there. These young niggas still disrespecting old niggas to this day. Jay-Z was a young nigga disrespecting old niggas, and now young niggas is disrespecting him.
Exactly, that's the pattern, no.
Kai Cenat out here saying "fuck that old ass nigga" to anybody who critiques him that's over the age of 25 to 30.
Listen, these young niggas getting there, bro. All these like super famous streamers and shit. All them niggas is like under the age of 23, bro.
But they don't be disrespecting the old niggas though. See, them niggas like Kai Cenat, they just say they don't know these niggas. They like who they like. Which is nothing wrong with that.
Which I don't understand how the older people don't understand that.
Exactly.
Like, this nigga is not part of the generation that you contributed to. Why the fuck would he?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would he hold you to this on this pedestal when nigga he doesn't know nothing about that shit? When you was popping, that nigga wasn't born.
He'll probably
you think he's gonna feel that same way when he's old? Because it's always the niggas that's saying fuck them old niggas. When they get old, people always be hating on them, and then they want to act like, oh, where's my respect?
That's part of the game, though. That's just how it goes, though. Niggas gonna give you the respect if they feel like it. There's always gonna be some guy that feel like he's above giving you respect. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Think of all the old niggas that hated on LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
There's still one old nigga hating on LeBron, Paul Pierce.
Getting cursed out by his former teammate every day for each time he does it. Though. What came from this whole thing? I didn't catch the rumor. Like, I guess LeBron was hot. Then they didn't on a mock draft. They didn't put Bronny in it. What happened?
What you mean?
I think Stephen A. made. I don't know if they did like a mock draft, like a potential draft. Who could go to the NBA almost immediately if they go first round draft or did a draft like that? And none of them mentioned Bronny or something like that. And I don't know if
right now he's not a first rounder. I don't think he's a first rounder.
But I did hear people talking about some LeBron said something like let Bronny just be a kid or something like that. And people are saying that don't make no sense. Like you can't put his name in news talks saying, oh, he could be a Laker right now with the cast that I'm playing with. He could be a starting Laker right now. You can't say stuff like that and then say let him be a kid.
It is disrespectful to your teammates. Like, nigga, your son's gonna play with me.
Did he say Lakers or did he say he see players in the NBA that Bronny is better than?
No, I think he said at one point before the All-Star break, he said the way we're playing right now, Bronny could have a starting position on this team.
Yeah, that is disrespectful.
Disrespectful. But that's what LeBron do around All-Star break time. You got to start talking spicy so the front office could mix it up.
Mix it up.
LeBron's team at the beginning of the season is usually not the same team at the end of the season. That's not this team at the beginning is not the team that he's going to the playoffs with.
Exactly. Like you got to see how shit works, right? They said there was talks that Golden State tried to do a trade for LeBron last minute, but they fell through.
Yeah, niggas went to the Lakers and said, "Hey, y'all willing to trade LeBron to Golden State?" And Jeannie Buss was like, "Well, we don't keep players here who don't want to be Lakers, so y'all got to go talk to LeBron about that." So they went to Rich Paul and asked him, "Hey, y'all, is LeBron willing to move?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm staying right where I'm at."
What was their game plan? That's the one thing about Golden State, boy. Them motherfuckers ain't afraid of stacking the chips.
They're like, why not? They're not getting rid. Steph Curry's not going nowhere.
They're like fucking.
And they like LeBron. LeBron be bouncing left and right anyway. So we might as well just give it a shot.
I think if these motherfuckers win and they just like, even though the shit's in their favor, like we could never. Why not keep stacking in our favor? People they never get accused for fucking trying to milk.
Right now, shit's not in their favor. Right now, they're not that great. Right now, they're just living off their name right now.
But I mean, they're shooters at any given time. Okay, they can just tighten that up a little bit if they don't have no.
Who is they?
Players.
You talking about Steph?
That's
it. That's it.
Clay been balling when he come off the bench.
Off the bench. This dude just went to the bench. You're talking about he's been balling since he went to the bench. The fact that he's going to the bench is a problem.
I mean, once Clay gets back in his groove, but I don't see what piece.
It don't look like they don't think that he's gonna get back in his groove. They're already talking about Kuminga and Steph. These are new faces. They're trying to build around Steph, Kuminga, and these young dudes. We don't even know if Clay and Draymond's if they're gonna make it.
Draymond ain't going nowhere. Draymond ain't going nowhere.
If you want to take less money, I guarantee he's already at that point in his career where he's gonna have to take less money. And so is Clay, if he wants to stay in Golden State.
Clay's already willing to take less money to stay over there.
He already know that this slump is not he's not going to get back to what he was.
It's not a slump. It's just what life is now.
It's not no slump. Yeah, this is the new me.
That's crazy.
Who do y'all think it would have hurt? Who would look bad? Who do you think it would hurt? What do you think it would hurt LeBron's legacy if he would have went to Golden State?
Yeah. Of course, everything hurts LeBron. No matter what that nigga do, bro. I watched LeBron. I watched them put like a highlight of LeBron scoring like 8 points in like 2 minutes in a game, and motherfuckers was still hating on LeBron. I'm like, bruh, for what?
You can't do no right.
That nigga is 39 years old, balling, and motherfuckers is still hating on him, talking about what is he supposed to do? Those were wide open shots. This was a fast break. What the fuck? I'm like, bruh, what the fuck do you expect? What do you want?
Niggas is hating.
NBA fans are like these delusional women, bro. You don't know what these motherfuckers want.
I don't know. I don't think him going to Golden State would even be that horrible, except for the fact that it's Steph Curry, and this is like his nemesis. That's the guy who's been like, when you think of Larry, if you think of Larry Bird, you think of Magic Johnson. After that, you think of.
It's a one-way nemesis because Steph don't seem like he got any rivalries though. That nigga just seems to be happy.
Steph's rivalry is LeBron. They're each other's rivals.
Like
yeah, but LeBron has rivals. LeBron has several rivals throughout his career. That nigga's been playing for 21 years.
Yeah, he's had different. Steph
is just the current one.
Yeah,
Steph's the rival that's been with him for the whole ride, from the beginning all the way to the end. He's had other rivals that he met when he got here.
The beginning was Boston.
That was the first team.
That was before we even knew Steph Curry to be Steph Curry. Was when LeBron was in Miami.
Who was the faces of the league when LeBron came into the league? I think it was Kobe and Tim Duncan. Kobe, pretty much, because Tim Duncan was never really a face. He was winning rings.
It was Kobe and the Spurs.
Kobe and the Spurs. Those were that's what was popping when LeBron
yeah, and after
came into
that,
the league.
it was Boston. Was LeBron's rivals.
Yeah,
and then at one point it was OKC.
Are you calling them rivals just because they played them in the finals? Or
No, because those were the people those were the big games that everybody wanted to see. What is OKC gonna do against LeBron?
Yeah, because they had KD.
Yeah. So
KD,
first it was
Steph, and LeBron has always
Boston,
been like synced.
I think first it was Boston, and then it's the Spurs, OKC, and then after OKC, because his rival Steph became his rival when he went back to Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't think.
And that was like year 14 for LeBron.
Yeah, he never played Golden State as a Heat player. Not in the finals, I don't think.
Well, different. Okay.
So everybody that's played in the game is damn near LeBron's rivals.
Just because he played for so long.
Exactly.
Made a domination, huh?
Did y'all see the All-Star, any of the All-Star games? Dunk contest, 3-point contest, any of that stuff?
None.
I watched the 3-point contest. I watched the dunk contest. Dunk contest was pretty much trash.
Pretty trash, yeah.
3-point contest was a little lame. Look, Steph Curry versus Sabrina. We all knew how that movie was gonna end.
We all thought we knew how it was gonna end. We didn't know it was gonna be that close. She did really good.
But of course, when you look at is it a fair comparison?
I think it's a fair comparison. They shot from the same line. They shot from the same line, from the same hoop. The only difference is she had a girl's ball. Her hands are smaller. She's physically.
You know what? You play basketball, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know why there's a big difference shooting with a girl's ball and a men's ball?
I play basketball too. You could ask me as well.
Because the girl ball is smaller.
Okay.
There's more of a margin for error with the girl ball.
Okay, let me tell you something else. You play ball, so you know somebody like Steph Curry who shoots 5,000 shots a day with the same ball. I guarantee if you asked him would he rather use a girl's ball or a boy's ball, he'd still say he'd rather use a men's ball because it feels different. He'd probably miss more with the girl's ball, even though it's smaller.
No, I don't think so.
I think so. Just imagine if somebody said, "Okay, it's a less margin of error, so you can shoot with a tennis ball." Would you rather shoot with a tennis ball or a men's basketball? I'm going men's basketball all day.
If I practice with a tennis ball, I'm a
exact. So you just made my point right there. She practices with a girl's ball. He practices.
That's
with
what
a
I'm
boy's
saying.
Ball.
There's when you compare the two. There's more. It's harder to make a men's ball, put it in that hoop, versus a girl's ball, because the girl's ball is smaller by like, I think, what size is a women's basketball, Nate? Find out. It's like
9 inches or something like
20,
that.
28.5.
Is it that much of a difference as far as?
You can tell that if you can feel the difference between a guy's ball and a girl's ball.
The shit is way smaller.
You're saying it's way smaller, but I'm saying that doesn't even matter because what you're used to practicing with is what you're gonna want to shoot with. And that's
to make it fair. They would have the ratio between how big the men's ball is and the women's ball is. If they make the rim comparable, so if there's only like 1 inch of error, a margin of error that you're allowed with the men's ball,
so give that her hoop should have been a little bit smaller.
Her hoop should be smaller. That's the only way it'll actually be fair and equal.
I don't think so. I think the fact that she's been practicing with that ball her whole life and he's been practicing with that ball his whole life makes it equal.
Is this the first time they've done it with women and guys?
Yeah.
I don't think it's just there's more. You
You're
have more room.
Of error, but I
you have more room for error with the girls' ball. I just busted
that whole theory up when I said the tennis ball, because if I gave you a tennis ball, what do you think would be your Steph's percentages of winning that 3-point contest with him shooting a tennis ball and her shooting a girl's ball?
If he played with a tennis ball his whole life, he would definitely win that shit.
Okay, so that's
why I'm saying like she may played with that girl's ball her entire life. That means she had a margin of error larger her entire life.
And he's playing with the same margin of
no, it's not the same because the ball is bigger. The hoop is the same size.
Not the same as her, but he's playing with the same margin that he's been playing his whole life.
I know, that's why his is more difficult. You think it's more difficult to put a women's ball in the hoop or a men's ball? Just based on the size of the rim and the balls. Pause.
It depends on who's shooting.
It
depends on who's shooting.
No, the measurements are still the measurements.
Oh, if you're just talking about dropping it in from like above the rim, yeah, the girl's ball is gonna be easier to get in.
Exactly.
It's smaller.
So that makes it an easier shot.
Let's talk about from 25 feet away.
Still easier shot. The ball and the rim don't change.
I don't think it's an easier shot depending on the person shooting it, because I don't think Steph would want to shoot with a girl's ball.
That's what I'm telling you. If Steph,
even though you're saying there's a less error of margin of error, he would not shoot with a girl's ball.
That's what I'm telling you. If Steph grew up playing with a women's ball, his shooting would be even better than what it is now.
No, it would be worse.
Why?
He'd have to play with a bigger ball for it to be better.
What are you talking about?
If
there's more room for error with a smaller ball, and that's the ball he's been playing with his whole life.
Because it's smaller, the circumference of the rim is a lot wide. You have more room. You can just.
There's more room for error. That's what I'm trying to tell you. With the girls' ball.
Yeah, there's more room for error with a girls' ball. I understand that part.
So if he's been playing, if he's a shooter like he is with a larger.
Mm-hmm.
With a larger ball and less room for error. Imagine if he's been playing with a smaller ball and more room for error. His shooting would be way better
with that ball.
With that ball, if that's what he played with his entire life.
Yeah, if he played with the girls' ball his entire life, he would be even better shooter.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
But the fact that he's already been, but the fact that he hasn't. He's been playing with the boys' ball. Now you can't say that. It's too late. You can't just turn it off. His muscle memory, his hand memory is fit to a men's ball.
Pause.
So you put a girl's ball in his hand, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same shot.
I know, that's why we.
She probably have a better shot with a men's ball than he does with the girl's ball.
Swerve, do you think there's more room for error with a girl's ball or a men's ball?
There's more room for error with a men's ball. No.
Girls ball.
With the women's ball.
With the girls' ball, yeah, because it's smaller.
Okay, therefore,
I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying with the size aspect. I'm talking about the experience and the shooter aspect. That's all I'm saying. Ain't no professional shooter gonna want to shoot with a smaller ball than they've been shooting with this one size ball their whole life.
That's what I'm telling you. Imagine if all the balls were one size.
Forever, since the beginning of time, if there never was.
Right.
Then it would be, then you could say, yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's never going to be the exact same.
But the reason that the ball was made smaller in the first place is because we know that men and women are not the same. Women naturally have smaller build, they have smaller hands, so the ball was made smaller for them.
So but the WNBA always wants to, they want to prove that they're as elite as the men that play basketball. Mm-hmm. So why don't they shrink their hoop to meet the margin of error?
Being elite at something doesn't mean you have to change the actual tools that you're using. Like I can be an elite basketball player. Like I can be an elite.
Nigga, I'm on an 8-foot rim. Mm-hmm. I'm an elite. Elite nigga.
Practical LeBron.
Elite.
I'm like LeBron.
I'm elite, Swerve.
What's making you elite? The 8-foot rim. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Just the 8-foot rim.
Nah, because there's less difficulty. That's what I'm telling you. There's less difficulty for me on that 8-foot rim. That's what makes me elite. So with the women's ball, the rim being the same size, you have more room for error.
Yeah, so slightly more room.
Yeah, so that's why it'll never actually be like a fair competition when it's just a 3-point contest, men versus women, based on the tools they use.
So how would it be fair? Give them the same.
The only way it would be fair if the rim, if the room for error is made equal. But then
rim.
Right?
They got to get a smaller rim.
But then she wouldn't be able to what's name because that's just not what she's used to shooting on. So it's never gonna be even.
Because that's what I'm saying. It's fair because what she was given from day one was a regular rim and a smaller ball. And what he was given from day one is a regular rim and a bigger ball.
So from the beginning of time, what he was given was difficult.
It was the lines were drawn at that beginning of time, and that's where it is. So that's why it's equal.
It's not
because
equal.
This is what we made.
It cannot be equal, Swerve. So would it be equal if I'm playing 5-on-5 and this team has a 10-foot hoop and my hoop is 8.5?
Nah, that wouldn't be equal. But it would be equal if we're playing 5-on-5 and 5-on-5 girls versus boys, and the girls get to play with a girls' ball during their possessions, and the men play with a boys' ball during their possessions.
Then you mess up the whole. You can't do that because you mess up the whole game. Because the
whole flow messes up.
There's the whole flow messes up because you steal it. They got to swap out a ball. Ain't no fast breaks.
It is what it is, bro. I don't make up the rules. The person who made up women's basketball knew that they had to make the ball smaller from the very beginning. It's not something that we had to later on. We'll be like, that's why I'd be thinking. So eventually, the rim is gonna have to be lowered, or like you say, the rim has to get. No, they wouldn't make the rim smaller or bigger. The only thing they would do is make it lower.
It's gonna cost. It'll cost way too much to make the rim smaller for women.
Yeah.
Only lowering the rim is easy, but making the rim smaller for women is not.
Yeah, it's too late. Whatever size it is now, that's universal for every country, every world, no matter.
What do you mean it costs too much? It's basketball. You know what type of money they got? These motherfuckers.
Nah, because there's already a standard size for a hoop. Right. So for you to change that all over the world for girls playing, there's not enough women in the world playing basketball for you to make only female rims and female.
That's the female court.
Balls. Yeah, a female court, pretty much.
You would have to make a female court. Only thing they could do is lower the rim to make it more equal, but the women ain't going for that.
Yeah.
They refuse to hear anything like that.
Because that wasn't already set. If it was like that day one, then maybe they would be cool with it for sure. Well, they would have no choice if it was like that day one because they don't care about
the smaller ball.
Yeah, because that's how it was the day one.
So it's never going to be a fair. I don't think it's ever going to be a fair competition, and it's never going to be fair because biology is going to make it not fair.
And that's
Men
why
are just naturally stronger.
And that's why the people who invented the game tried to even it out because they knew a man's biology is different from a female's biology. So let's make the ball a little smaller.
I don't think the people that thought men and women were going to be competing with each other.
I don't see the issue with them having two different sized balls though.
Yeah, it's not even competing with each other. It's a shooting contest. It's not like they're actually playing basketball. It's just I'm standing and shooting. It's like an archery.
The smaller ball definitely gives you an advantage of shooting into that rim.
Yeah,
so why is it that the
that's
best?
No different than that's
so why is it the best 3-point shooters are male players then?
That's what I'm saying. That's
no,
true.
The chick that was shooting with the girls' ball, she outscored all the NBA players that are in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, in the 3-point contest, but she's not the greatest percentage-wise. The greatest 3-point shooters are male shooters. The girl that played against Steph says that her favorite shooter of all time is Steph Curry. That's her idol.
Of course, she's supposed to look up to men. That's what women are supposed to do.
So that's order.
This is the red pill. This is red pill talk right here.
I don't know. I know in that 3-point contest, if she was in that 3-point contest, she would have beat most of those guys.
Yeah, because she's probably a better shooter than most of those guys. She's just not better than Steph.
That's nothing to frown at. That's nothing to scoff at. There's one dude. There's probably two people in the world that's better shooters than me. And that's probably Dame and Steph. I'll take that.
Well, what's his name is pretty good shooter too. Remember?
Who?
Rich Paul. Remember he said that?
Rich Paul be lying.
Yeah, definitely. Like, talking about you could be right up there with them P.
Rich Paul, like LeBron's manager, Rich Paul.
Yeah, that nigga. Who was he on Club Shay Shay? Yeah, he was on Shay Shay talking about some.
Talking about he could shoot right up there with them boys, like
with Steph, LeBron.
And what Shay Shay say? That nigga didn't say shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's what he pretty much told him.
Yeah, Shay said which because he kept saying he was naming people, and that's which Steph you talking about? Steph Curry? That's Steph Curry? No, you're like what are you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? He out here naming superstar shooters. They talk about, yeah, you can shoot right up there. They're like, bro, I'm telling you, man, I'm trying to trust it. Yeah, Shannon was having that. Like, you ain't about to say that to me, though. This is me you talk to.
Shannon was supposed to say, you know, there's still space in the NBA, right?
Yeah, there's still some space.
Fuck you talking
ain't
about?
Gotta manage nobody, right? You can just go in there and go play. Classic.
All right, y'all niggas got any recommendations for this week?
Recommendation for the week. What should I give? What am I watching? I'm watching Avatar, The Last Airbender live series on Netflix.
You and this shit.
Avatar is big. Don't give no slander.
What you talking about? You talking about the cartoon one?
They came out the live one on Netflix.
Oh, I thought that was a movie that I've been seeing the commercials for. I thought that was a movie that was coming out on Netflix.
Now, I'm only about 1-2 episodes in.
You said Avatar?
Avatar,
Yeah.
The Last Airbender.
Okay,
They definitely fucked up
that's the dude with the arrow on his head, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna beat the cartoon. I doubt it.
The cartoon was great, but they definitely fucked up the movie. That first movie that came out.
That first one was fucked up. This one right
So
here, they're saying
trash.
it's way better. People are fucking with it. So.
What about you, Swerve? What you been up watching?
Dang. I was watching something good. What have I been watching? Oh, fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. New season
just
coming
getting
out.
on that train?
No, I'm talking about the new season though. You haven't seen the new season episodes.
What
This is the
season they
last,
on?
probably the last. This is probably gonna be last season.
They said that last time. Then that nigga waited 2 years, dropped another season.
You know, he's so rich. He does whatever the fuck he wants anyway. So whenever he works, whenever he wants, takes a year off, 2 years, whenever he wants. But what's name died today, so maybe it is the last season.
Who?
What's his friend on the? He's
the big one.
No, was it Richard Lewis?
Oh, that nigga Ben's supposed to die.
Yeah, so he died.
He died today.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's
Who's
crazy.
Richard Lewis?
One of the episodes. One of the episodes. Him and Richard Lewis talking about are they gonna give each other their money when they die? Like he's like Richard Lewis saying like he's putting Larry David in his will. So he wants Larry to put him in his will. I'm like, bro, two rich old dudes talking about some. Are you gonna put me in your will?
This is the one with the. This is the. I guess he looks like a little mobster with the hair,
long hair,
long silver hair.
Okay,
real slow.
He died.
He looks so old.
Always tries to out tip Larry or goes to the store, goes to the restaurant before him to get the good seats, shit like that. So,
he's older than Larry.
He looks older than Larry.
Larry, he don't. Though. Larry just.
Oh, you probably not thinking about the right person then.
Yeah, I know who y'all talking about. If you talking about the same dude that goes to that tells Larry be at the restaurant at 6 and shows up at like 5:15.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, you need to see him episodes in season 12 then, because right now, when I seen him now, I was like, damn, this nigga's still alive.
Yeah, he been looking old. Yeah, he looked rough for a while though.
It's crazy. I don't know what the hell's in their water they be drinking. How old is Larry David? How old does he look to you?
He's old too though.
He looks like he's at least
70,
upper 60, 69 through 73.
No, I feel like 60. I feel like 60s, mid 60s should be a vast difference in looks between mid 60s and early 70s.
He's 76 though.
Who, Larry David?
76?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, that nigga's old.
Damn.
Yeah, he's fucking old. But that nigga, he's lean, dog. So that's
they got him smashing like 50-year-olds.
Yeah, he's lean
on the show
with jeans and shirts. So Larry's different, but Richard Lewis been looked at old though. So
how old was Richard Lewis, Nate?
Let me look up Richard Lewis. Oh, this Richard Lewis.
Y'all know George Costanza was supposed to be Larry David. That's the character he was playing in Seinfeld.
Richard Lewis is 76. Yeah. That's Larry David's character. Yep. That's why Curb's fucking hilarious. It's like watching a giant fucking George Costanza series.
Yeah.
All right, my recommendation this week, Abbott Elementary is back on. I caught the first 3 episodes. The shit is still hilarious. But I've been
hit it out the fucking park with that, bro.
I've been spelling this shit that I have on, bro. This shit is amazing. I should get this. It's Bentley Intense for Men.
Is it actually like the Bentley brand from the car?
Yeah,
brand?
the car brand, bro.
Okay.
This fucking fragrance is actually fucking amazing, bro, and it's dirt cheap. I know Nate, you got to
They sell that in the mall?
Huh?
Where you got that from?
I ordered it off of one of the discounters. I got a sample from Scentbird because I had a subscription with them, but then I had to buy a whole bottle, bro. That shit is fire.
How good it is?
What's Scentbird give you? They only give samples.
It's like a month supply. For your subscription, depending on which one you do, you could do two samples, two bottles a month. Or one, depending on the price. I don't remember. These bottles? I canceled my subscription though.
Did the bottles they send you actually? How long those 2 bottles they send you last?
For me, it lasts a long time because I have a lot of fragrances. So, but it's supposed to be 4 sprays a day for 30 days if you want it.
Okay.
So it's like 0.27 milliliters, ml, something like that. It's a decent size. But that shit got too expensive. I had to cancel that membership.
Yeah. Especially when you got all these bottles of cologne already sitting on in your bathroom. Yeah. Hey, you need more bottles for it. We need to calm down on these scents. Find you a nice bar of soap. Get you a nice Irish Spring.
Nigga, Bath and Body Works just had like a sale for men's soaps and shit like that. Nigga, I went ham, bro. I left that bitch with at least 20 body washes and soaps and shit like that.
Niggas out here smelling good and shit.
It's part of life, like bro.
Smelling like roses and lilacs and shit like that.
What y'all niggas got planned for this weekend?
My cousin's coming to town this week.
I'm supposed to hit a trail or some shit with the missus.
Like a walking trail?
Mm-hmm. Like a hiking trail?
In the city?
I don't know where she's got it planned for. They don't. It's not local though. Like, this is a local trail down here, in Econ. I think is that. What about you?
What you got going on?
I got that Magic game tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. I'm pretty sure there's something planned. We might hit SeaWorld.
Oh, I got a party I'm going to. My wife's friend's birthday dinner is this Saturday, so I gotta go do that too.
Down south?
I think it's in Tampa. She's from down south, but she's in Tampa, so I'm assuming the dinner is in Tampa.
All right, folks, y'all know what to do. Hit us up on That's Absurd Pod on Instagram, That's Absurd Podcast on Twitter, That's Absurd Podcast on Facebook, and you can always drop an email at that'sabsurdpodcast@gmail.com. And you know the voice line is always open. All you got to do is open them show notes, click that leave voice message link, and you can drop that voicemail. We'll definitely get up with you. Hopefully we're not gone for another 3 weeks, y'all. But life's been life.
It was only 2.
Life's been lifing, so nigga.
It was a long one though, so
we gonna live life.
That's so good. People want us to live life.
Y'all not gonna get these episodes every week like I used to, because life is lifing.
Well, if they're getting episodes every week, that means we ain't living life right.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, we ain't doing shit.
But folks, we'll catch y'all next week. We out.
Yay.